This my shit right here.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
So we live. Let me peace to the 4 people that'll be watching it. No, I'm just kidding. But let me
hold on. We like live?
It said live, don't it?
No. Live. See, this is the conversation that me and
yes, we're live on you.
Okay, right, because it's a conversation that we had before. Because it always says live.
Yeah, but it says live, right? It says live over there, but we're going live. We're live right now. Like if you went to YouTube,
only said live for 38 seconds. We've been on for 40.
If you go to youtube.com/c/Black Rasslin, you will see
this
Black
Rasslin this week.
That is correct. That is 100% factual.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. We're gonna let this rock for a bit. We live AF. Let me throw this in the Discord because I don't think people realize that we're not new to this. We're true to this. We are recording.
We got 2 assholes on the podcast that don't have their shit on.
I got my
so
damn. I couldn't hear what he said.
Drip, we're gonna have to have a conversation at some point, yo. Drip.
Right?
See, this the thing with Drip, right? I don't want to be cocky, you know what I'm saying? Like I try to be as humble as I can, but I'm also a realist. Shouts out Chris Brown.
CB? Banging.
The
what's up, Rock?
Which piece to rock? Would there be a Drip without the Black Rasslin podcast? That's a serious question. He can't even answer it.
No, because prior to in the Discord and shit, he was still Davis. Like
he was Davis till he was Drip.
When he came on the pod,
that it was put on display.
Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. When he came on the pod, he became like Wigger Drip. Like it was like Wigger Davis.
Do you
his alter ego?
I remember the first time I heard that. It was an Oprah show where they did an episode on Wiggers.
This was prior to Harpo. This was before Harpo.
No. When did the term Wigger become a thing? It had to be.
I have no idea.
Early to mid 90s, right?
Yo, the term Wigger is absolutely ridiculous.
No, but it's actually really fucking bad. It's like there's no way. Like how could you?
Yeah.
Like
I've never tried to call anyone else that, even people like who obviously are,
Wiggers.
Yeah.
The white mics of the world. Nah, but the thing is like
look at y'all know y'all. Yeah, we know we get canceled.
Yeah, this is facts. Let's have a conversation before we get into this shit. Like the term or the word nigger, all right, that's already bad enough. That's bad enough, right? Yeah, earmuffs. Yeah. But the to be like, because it was the whole situation was what? We like Snoop. We want to dress with baggy clothes and fucking, fitted caps. I'm a wigger. Like that's how these kids got up on Oprah. That's basically their whole thing. It wasn't nothing but I fuck with hip hop.
Were you offended by that?
Me?
No.
Okay.
Cal first. Yeah, were you offended by that? By the term?
Stupidity.
No, you can't be backstage and doing that shit.
Stupidity never bothers me. And the thing is, like, sticks and stones, like that shit, like. All right, I'm gonna Barry Horowitz because of the work I put into this. This is gonna be a special episode this week. Yeah. You don't even know what's going on yet. You don't know who's in the green room right now. But I'm saying, like, the term wigger never bothered me.
Yeah.
I just thought it was dumb, and I thought people were.
Yeah, I thought it was dumb.
If you can fuck with hip hop and be a white dude
Correct.
and not have to be like, yo, I'm your wigger. Like it just sounds ridiculous.
I don't like just whoever you all be who you are. But Davis, are you offended by?
No, like I'm not offended by cracker or any type of like racial. Like
we don't even use that shit. Wait,
well,
that's
old.
We said
wigger because of me and Banks talked about Blade 2 last week, and then
wait a minute, 2 Blades. We're talking about Blade.
The Butcher and the Blade. We going. No, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Banks, relax.
My brother Math doesn't say cracker. I don't say cracker, but you know who says cracker? Shouts out to Rock. Rock is the one I know when after he gets off work.
Because Rock is 50.
Rock is 87 years old. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, on the set of Blade 3, that's apparently what Wesley Snipes would only call Ryan Reynolds.
What?
Cracker. That's the story, is that he would just be like cracker. And like, if I was Ryan Reynolds, I wouldn't be offended. I mean, like, it's not again, it's not the N word. Like, there's no really white version of the N word. Like, no one could call you something, in my opinion, that you should be offended by. Like the N word or like and worse terms for other races like Asians and Hispanics are way worse than any.
Oh, I was ready to say, please don't say them.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't do that.
That's those terms that if you can think of some just in your head when you hear again in movies or TV most of the time racist white people, what they'll say, and it's like, yeah, in my opinion, you can't really say a racial slur about a white person.
And I do want to.
That's not. Yo, he is wilding.
That's
not you, but he is wilding right now.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I legit don't know what's going on right now.
No, sell it. He's wilding.
No, I'm saying
I want him to know that I see that he's wilding. He has to chill.
I saw. So, Cal, you have to look to the bottom of the screen next time.
I don't know. What am I missing?
Oh, brother Matt, you can't say you wilding.
I can say whatever I want.
Oh wow!
I said cause you can't be backstage and play drops, and you play drops. So when I say you gotta know sell it, that means you gotta know. Hold on. My bad.
See, the problem was I didn't have the private chat on. All right, the green room is going crazy. The green room really is the green room right now. This is going to be a great episode. We really have to start this show at some point, but this is going to be. I already know this is going to be a lot of fun.
My cousin.
Your cousin is his dinner came late, so we kind of it's 8:05 live, so we kind of just it's
8:05.
His dinner's name Trevor.
Anyway, but what I was trying to say is that I guess for American white folks, there's no term, but obviously, like as we just saw in the chat, Italians or Irish people or German people.
I didn't see nothing in no chat.
I didn't either.
I don't know.
This is my thing, Dave. Right. Switching gears, completely switching gears.
Damn it! I had a question too, but keep going.
No, let him ask her.
Big. This in all seriousness, I don't even know if seriousness is a word.
It's a word.
In all seriosity.
That's not a word.
It is today.
That's when
I don't think that's how that works.
It is today.
I'm gonna rock with it.
You would.
Good look.
I like energy.
In all seriosity,
okay.
Can you not? I'm being serious. Can you not throw up big B's on here? I'm gonna tell you why. And
him specifically?
Yes, because we don't throw up big B. We don't throw up big B's.
Yeah, because we crip. No, we're not crip over here. We're not crip over here. We're not blood either.
It's close.
Why would you do that when I'm having a? I
was wearing a blue hoodie. What you think I was gonna say?
Hold on, based solely off of shout out to my peoples at Public Enemy. Shout out to Public Enemy. Shout out to Tron Grams. When we were having a conversation. And I was saying cuz
they didn't like that.
And I was met with, and I'm saying cuz about my cousin.
Right.
And I was met with blood.
That's not how you do it. I get it, but I mean, like, Did they thought you was ready to bang? Like what are we like? I feel like there needs to be a certain type of energy. It's a certain context with everything. Like if I say cuz, and I'm not repping,
but they don't know that.
I don't know, Cal. You got a Southsiders hat on.
Remember, this was a facts. This was the first. This was our first actual interaction with each other.
So they really out. Never mind. Let me not even ask that.
Hey, don't slander Bay Area people. No.
I'm just saying.
Facts.
If I say cuz and someone immediately hits me with that, my thought is, oh, they really about that action, because I wouldn't imagine civilians wouldn't be like answering blood when I say cuz. But there was one thing I wanted to preface everything, because I use this term a lot, and I'm assuming people don't get offended, but well, like, because I say white people a lot, like, and I think I hope that when people are listening to the show and who know me know that there's a certain type of white person I'm talking about when I talk about white people in general. If you are offended by that, I don't want to say you're one of the white people I'm talking about, but I have to question why you'd be offended. We should start the show.
My bad, I got thrown off.
This nigga. HEFFA?
I didn't mean I was coming back. I wasn't coming back. I wasn't coming back.
Terrible.
Right, man.
Hey, cuz, move me.
Nah, don't do it, because you're gonna have to get moved anyway.
Nah, not necessarily.
All right.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
Jesus. Still the best intro in the game. Shouts out to everybody who got a real intro, but
This motherfucker looks like a golfer.
facts. Big facts. What's that? What's Bagger Vance head ass?
He was black, Cal.
I mean, look, it's diversity something. So I mean, we on our
last Thursday of the month.
On our pod, our caddy is white.
Drippy McElroy.
The Gods is back
Peace.
with a white guy or two. The Gods is black with some white guys. As always, it's the Black Rasslin Podcast, giving y'all wrestling from a God perspective. It's your boy Cal, rockthedub.com, but you already knew that. As you can see, if you are live, shouts out Dempsey. The squad is in the building. Please say what's good to the people, y'all.
Your IlFam7 your social media choice, aka Van MC Hammer.
Love it.
At Math Damon. That's all I got. Peace to Zell.
Facts. Peace to Creek.
From henceforth, peace to Creek. That's my guy.
Facts.
Massaging.
Drip, who are you?
Davis, aka Drip,
Damn.
aka the true stat guy.
Oh boy.
Don't
The true
doesn't matter what
sack
anyone else
guy.
tells you. There's only one.
Jesus.
Did he
What's going on with
say
your internet signal this week, boy? You all right?
he got MCI?
He too busy downloading Drake leaks trying to get that real internet popping. I on the Black Wrestling socials this week been teasing that we had a special guest. Brother, can you bring our special guest onto the screen so the people who are watching
Go get him. Go backstage. Bang!
Damn. Dripped out. He might be the real drip right here.
Dripped out.
Hey, it's easy to buy me when you send me things for free. There's no better price than that. I can be bought. And you can say it. This honky motherfucker. Yes. You can say that.
I think it's hilarious.
No one should be offended by this.
Facts.
Justification coming to your podcast.
Talk about it. Now hold on, Sam. Because
the corporate episode.
It's not, you know what it is. You know what it is.
No, it ain't.
It's facts. Like I said, that green room was live. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But for those that don't know, Semp, aka Semp, this is Mike Sempervive representing Wrestling Observer Live, as well as Adam and Mike's Big Audio Nightmare. Now I want to break this down. This Semp's a name Hennevive. You've probably heard us reference Semp for years. Hennessy for years though. For people that if you've listened to the pod, you know that I'm the guy that's usually listening and reporting back on what I've heard on Observer Radio, Alvarez, Meltzer, what have you. I can't remember when I first subscribed to the site, but I do. There was a point where I was like, and again, it's no shade to Sempervive's associates, but there's times where I'm like, shit, like you can't.
I'm blocked by both of them, Cal.
I'm not blocked by anybody, but I don't think anybody knows me. But either way, there's like,
don't feel bad. It won't be considered slander. You're good.
But
all right.
I work with that motherfucker every day. Okay.
I do want to
voice. That's the most Karen. I mean, Brian is half a honky #1 anyway. He is. I mean, he says that. Well, I'm half Mexican.
He is half Mexican. That's right.
Half West Coast out there, granola honky on top of it. So you hear that Karen voice going. You can hear it, and that's every damn day. So I can understand if you have problems with him. I can absolutely understand that.
Well, I wasn't gonna say I have problems, but it's one of those things where, culturally you can't connect to certain people. And I remember, I don't remember how I got to listening to Wrestling Observer Live, but there was at one point I listened years ago and was like, shit, this Sempervive guy's pretty damn cool. At some point I followed Mike. At some point Mike followed me, and we don't talk a lot, but the one thing I like about Sempervive is I feel like we think the same. Like we're old enough to know that when there's certain wrestling icons who have done shit, legacy, but underneath that legacy there's a lot of bullshit and past nonsense. And I'm usually the guy who's like, oh yeah, you hyping him up, but guess what? Here's his rap sheet, so you might want to chill. I don't know if I'm checking people, but I know there's times where within the last couple of years, I've posted something on Twitter, and then 7, 8 in the morning, Semp's on, and he hits me up. He's like, "Yo, just I'm not going to mention there's a couple of people that passed over the last year or so, and it's kind of like, here's this old newspaper clipping us. I'm not like Sempervive. And plus we all fuck with hip hop, and he's from the DMV, so it's like there's a level of connection that's already there. With again, just the same way that when we first started the pod, there was an instant connection with me, Fam, and Math. I think with Semper, and literally just we had never talked, face to face via digital connection before, and it felt like there was already a connection there. So it just made sense to have Semp come through and join the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Semp, how are you doing, man? How are you doing?
I'm all right. I appreciate the appreciation. I really do. And I don't know when it was either, but it
was a minute ago. Yeah.
That's what it is just, all from the same general area, probably all around the same general age.
Right.
And that's the one thing with wrestling is, and especially when I getting into the media part of it for as long, there was no one for me to relate to. There's not a whole lot of relatability,
Right.
I mean, Brian and Vinny and Craig, they're all friends. Brian and Dave have been friends for a long time. Dave and Garrett are friends. Like, there's a connection of people, like of a network of people that, you know, that what just hasn't grown, you know, and now it's starting to grow. I mean, now there's a lot more podcasts. I mean, I remember one time it was like, you know, where are the African American voices talking about stuff? And then that's when I actually realized that there were actually so many too, where it's like a lot more than I thought there was. It's just that nobody was amplifying them.
Right.
And, you know, that's when still nobody is, you know, for the most part. Everybody is grinding out there on their own. There's a little bit of, you know, everybody's got people that they fuck with. You know, there's people that, you know, I met people that don't rock with y'all.
Of course.
You know, the fucking banged heads with, you know, and that's, you know, it's just what it is. But it's like, at least it's growing, at least it's nurturing itself, because nobody else is going to do it.
Wait,
so you got to do it. And
do you want to name names?
Relatability to that.
Do you want to name names for people that weren't rocking with us? Drop them in the private chat or something.
I could do that.
Hey, fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit.
Let me apologize before anything else too, because one, the way the setup is too, I got like a monitor over here, so I can't in the cameras here. So I apologize if I'm giving somebody vertigo. And the worst part is just recently I lost a cap on my tooth, and I haven't got it replaced yet because I'm cheap as shit and we're wearing masks anyway.
Right.
So it's like, you know, I've been holding off on it, but now it's like it's going to show off a little bit. So this is extra trailer trash. See, at least we're looking like the way that me and Drip look right now. At least you could say, look, when this podcast is over, no matter how it goes, is like, at least we're not these white motherfuckers.
Y'all good. Well, because again, I always love the fact that I subscribe to Wrestling Observer Live on YouTube and randomly see a thumbnail with the Kamala hat on, like that's regular, you know what I'm saying? That happens all the time. So, you know,
I put up more shit. I should, you know, send me some shit I can actually frame up here and put it back there. But yeah, I mean, that's
shit. You can even see
every single day when somebody sees that. And believe me, a lot of people, you see it. I mean, obviously don't look at the comments in the YouTube section because they're all fucking crazy garbage people anyway, or like Indian bots or something like that. But it's, you know, like the people watch that shit, so it's like that's a little bit I can do for what y'all are doing. Again, something that I can relate to, because this is how obviously you're getting a different me than you might get on fucking Observer Live, and this is more how I sound like when I'm not doing Observer Live. I gotta do the Mid-Atlantic Championship podcast. I'm talking to basically people who are my age and older, mostly Southern, talking about older wrestling.
Right.
You know, on Observer Radio, when I was doing those things with Dave, it's like, well, you let Dave speak, and that's kind of, it was just a roll on with him.
Facts.
It's like, you know, I can't. So there's been no show where I'm really myself, and even the Big Audio Nightmare, there was that, you know, especially when it started. But now it's like it's a very more antiseptic thing. It's like the short period of time we have to do it in the morning with our schedules and everything. It's basically a New Japan show and get out. So it's I have no way to. I gotta basically vicariously live through other people with podcasts, and y'all are one of the ones I do it with.
Talk about it.
So when you guys are talking about old Southern wrestling, do you guys get a chance often to bring up the master of the DDT, the Dirty White Boy?
I don't think people talk about Dirty White Boy at all.
Tony Anthony.
So shout out.
He's Drip is funny. Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
So, all right, so shout out. One of my best friends in the world is from Pensacola, Florida. Big wrestling town. Shout out to, you know what I mean, the tribal chief. But down there they had a guy called the
Not you, man.
Wow.
They had a wrestler named the Dirty White Boy. He was really big in like the like Mid-South and all that. And he always tells a story of how the guy came in the ring and was like, if any one of you guys can take his DDT and stand up and touch these there four corners, I'll give you $100.
Damn, are you the Dirty White Boy?
Needless to say,
he's the dirty black boy. It's his partner.
I took a shower, I promise. But no,
fucking terrible.
And of course the the plant in the audience always went to sleep after the DDT. But yeah, one of my favorites from the South. White boy.
Let's fuck all that shit. The real question is, do you go over the top?
Oh my God!
Or do you go through the ropes? That's the real question. If you do, you know what I mean, Sempervive?
Do I go over the top or through the ropes?
Yes. So this is my thing, right?
All right.
I feel like if you piss through your dick hole, you are a serial killer. Like if your pants are buttoned and you unzip your jeans and you piss through the dick hole, there's something wrong with you.
I agree 100%. Not only that, odds are you got two dick holes to piss through because you got the underwear dick hole. If you're going through all that work to just not pull your shit down and you're going that meticulous, like you could carve up a body.
Facts.
You probably could.
Thank you.
I love that this random conversation we had turned into podcast.
Look, the serial killer. There he goes. There he goes.
Right.
He goes through the ropes.
Bam.
Absolutely. Listen.
He's a through the roper.
Go. You know what I mean? I am trying to get in, get out. I don't want to be in here worried about, man, let me tuck my balls back. No, nigga, let me just go on. And right there.
It don't even sound right.
It lined up.
I can't do it.
No.
You got to plancha, man. You got to plancha.
Shout out to Dre. Yeah, you got to plancha that. You got to go over the top, yo.
Peace to Dre, man. Dre, you sticking around, Dre. We're on YouTube because of you. We don't want you getting in trouble. Sorry.
Dempsey must be a through the roper.
I like how Math got a mic, so now Math wants to be up on the mic the whole night. You see that shit?
Hey, yo, that's a pause.
You're the one going up on the mic is all I'm saying.
Hey, yo.
Exactly.
That's a multiple level pause. Listen.
It is. What the fuck is he talking about?
What the fuck is like? What are you talking? What are you? Look at you.
I blew the fifth.
That nigga look like he want to tell Bob Barker how much the rights are only cost. 78 cents, Bob.
387, Bob. 387. What's up? 357, Bob. 357.
Here go the real question.
I believe David Boy has a stat.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
this is through the ropes.
Was more famously known as TL Hopper in WWF.
Who?
TL Dirty White Boy? I forgot about that. Boy, how long was he in WWF though?
He was there in 96 to 97.
Oh shit.
That's when they had Tracy Smothers as Freddie Joe Floyd. And by the way, you should look this one up because I think she's out there somewhere. They had a dirty white girl. He actually had his like legit wife with a dirty white girl, and they were feuding with, I don't know if it was Robert Fuller and his crazy mountain wife or whatever the fuck it was. But yeah.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
It's a dirty white girl.
The dirty white girl. That's crazy.
VV.
Yes.
Greatest. Give me the greatest tag team ever.
Good question.
Ever.
Yeah, me personally, I'll answer it while he's thinking. I'm gonna go Dudley's.
Greatest?
The Dudleys?
Greatest.
Dudley's.
They're very accomplished.
They did it everywhere, and they were good everywhere.
But
I don't know, like the Road Warriors, like I was trying to parse them out with like the Midnights and like all that shit, but like the Road Warriors are like the epitome of like, and they did go everywhere where it mattered. Like the Dudleys had all the belts, you know, they had they won this. They always talk about all these belts they won, but it's like you went to All Japan when they weren't doing shit. All the Road Warriors were in Japan when they were drawing 20,000 people, and they, you know, I just did a Hall of Fame thing with Fumi Saito, was on a segment with him on a podcast, and you know he was just talking about how big they were in Japan just because Animal had just passed away and how revolutionary they were. And for us growing up, like I got a box of Pro Wrestling Illustrateds right here. That one with them on the cover with the light underneath them because they blew up Georgia and Georgia national TV, and people just lost their minds and they went everywhere and they didn't even need belts and they gave them belts. But it's like they didn't need them because that Road Warrior pop thing was real. And I don't know. I mean, y'all went to the arena. I don't know if you saw them there back in the day, or I know Cal, I know you're not from down Baltimore way, but like, you know, I don't know if that Road Warrior pop was real. Like the Rock and Roll Express, that screeching thing was fucking legit. And when they say everybody, like everybody, all the girls liked them, no matter who they were and where they were from. And the Road Warriors, everybody liked. So that was real. And that's why, like, it's hard with anybody. And it's like, it's not fair to like today's generation, but that's why it's like the Road Warriors are probably the epitome of tag team. Wouldn't be the one I want to like maybe see all their matches all the time, but that's probably the one. Well,
that's the thing. It's like because I was never a big fan of the Dudleys, especially once they became Devon and Bubba Ray and ECW. Like once that became the unit, I was kind of. I'm not saying I was over it. It because it took so like it. Don't. I'm 45 minutes outside of Philadelphia. I was watching ECW before it was Extreme.
I give it to you.
I remember the formation of the Dudley family. And for a while, it was just Bubba stuttering. It was Big Dick Dudley, and then like a dude holding up signs.
Yeah, sign guy.
They got Devon, and Devon had the white fucking glasses. And like once him and Bubba Ray became a thing, I don't want to say it lost what it was, but it stopped being about the unit and their zaniness, and it became a legit tag team, and I was over it. And then I was never a fan of the Dudleys. I'm trying to think of who my favorite and honestly, Sam mentioned Midnight Express, and when I was growing up, but what was Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton? That's my Midnight Express, you know. And I
Rock and Roll Express.
No, because when Tracy Smothers passed, and I mentioned it, you know, the pod we did that week, and it was the that Great American Bash when it was with the Wild Eyed Southern Boys and the Midnight Express. I think it was 90, whichever one with Flair and Sting had the tag match at the end, and Sting had the fucking American flag on his face. That tag match was amazing. Was up? MAGA Sting? Yeah. Was it MAGA? Was it MAGA?
Go ahead. I ain't mean to interrupt your flow.
No, it's all good. But like in terms of a tag team match, you had the two high flying, you know, wild-eyed Southern boys, and then you had Bobby Eaton being amazing. You had Stan Lane being able to roll and do the weird judo kick shit. Like it was just, they were just a really with fucking racist ass Jim Cornette in the corner. That was like at the time that unit was what I wanted to see in tag team wrestling. Like, I don't know if they're my favorite, but
Tully and Arn too. They would like I could watch Tully and Arn all day because they could do everything. I mean, they could like literally everything.
Facts.
Fantastics were awesome too. That was the one thing growing up back then. I
who the fuck are the Fantastics?
You don't remember the Fantastics?
I remember it was a big thing when they were coming to NWA. The Fantastics.
Who were they?
They were. I remember them running.
It was a couple white guys.
I don't even want it. It wasn't vignettes. It was a graphic.
White one, white two. Who was it?
It was Mo and Joe White. No, it was a couple white. I don't remember who were in the Fantastics.
Those were the Bucks fathers.
Mo and Joe Buck.
Those were the Bucks fathers.
It was Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton.
Bobby Fulton. Wow. Yeah. They all had the same. I will say they all had the same. It's never changed. It's just two white guys with like similar sounding
Georgia,
names.
One from Tennessee. That could be any tag team of the 70s. Like, yeah, these two honkies from, they just got them together and there you go.
We're never getting sponsored.
Nah, we getting sponsored, yo. We getting sponsored. Run those YouTube views up. We getting ads at some point. I don't give a fuck. I've seen the bullshit on YouTube. We getting ads at some point.
So who you going with, Cal?
I'm gonna say Midnight Express. Fuck it. I love Arn and Tully, but I'm gonna say Midnight Express.
Cause
I went with
the Dudleys.
Yeah,
he went with the Dudleys.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna go with the Road Warriors.
That's a good choice.
I'm torn. I'm torn between the Road Warriors and the Dudleys. Let's see what Drip got to say.
Well, according to this is all tag title reigns.
Never
The
sounded
Dudleys
better.
have 25, the Steiners have 15, and the Midnight have 4 out of the 3 that math asks me to look up.
Damn.
The Steiners have how many?
15 total.
That makes sense, though.
I was gonna say split the difference with them two and actually get the Steiners.
Facts.
Yeah, right.
Facts.
And don't forget, there's that promo.
They're always one of those Hall of Fame ones too, where it's like they were awesome. Like,
Yeah.
See a Scott Steiner do a Frankensteiner for the first time. It was like that dude looking like that. And there was a thing too. Talk about extra white, but hey, the Steiner. I remember going to Great American Bash in '89 in Baltimore, and it was Missy Hyatt. Was it Missy Hyatt and Eddie Gilbert came out with the Steiner brothers? Yeah, it's because I love that combination. They came out from Welcome to the Jungle, and it was like, Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
It was absolutely nuts. And how over the Steiners were. Like, people don't realize how popular they were and how popular Rick Steiner was. Rick Steiner
in '89?
That wasn't the year that Missy Hyatt fought Paulie, was it?
It was Paulie and Cornette.
Oh, right. They fought each other.
The tuxedo match.
Yeah. I remember that.
Oh, shit.
You know what it was? Again, the way you two cousins are cool, that was me and my cousin Mike. And every Saturday I would go down to South Jersey and we would go to the store and rent tapes and we would just watch old wrestling. That's all it was.
Pardon me. I forgot, my bad, Rock. Harlem Heat. So drip bring up Harlem Heat stats too.
Wait, all right. I do want to fact check Booker T though, because Booker T was on Talking Smack and tried to sun Sasha, and what he said was,
he said, "I'll be a better black champion than you ever."
No, he was like, "Yo, yeah, y'all look good, but I never beefed with my brother when we was a tag team." And then I'm thinking,
what?
Didn't your man? He had the fucking slapjack and was beating you all the time. Like, what are we
slapjack?
What are we talking about? I saw it.
Stevie hit Booker with the slapjack is crazy.
That's what happened. That's what happened. What was it called? That's not like me calling them Mo and Joe Buck. They called it the slapjack. I don't even know what a slapjack is.
I do. I got one.
You call it a slapjack?
Nah, I call it a pea stick.
Is that the joint that looked like the wow?
It's Mr. P stick.
Is that the thing that looks like a beaver's tail, yo?
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
Yeah.
A slapjack. No.
Shout out God rest his soul, Biggie B. Used to have one. He called it Mr. P stick. Real life. Used to smack a motherfucker with it.
Bam. Before we get into anything else, I did want to shout out some black folks because there's a lot of shit we got to get in. Well, not a lot, but we got some things we got to get into this week. And a lot of my shout outs are New Day related. It was dope seeing them being featured in Gears 5, that image of the three of them in the fucking Gears of War. You know, shit. I guess they're part of some DLC or something that's coming out. I don't play Gears like that. Mm-hmm. I got the Xbox. I don't fucking know what's going on. Did he disappear?
Yeah, we lost him. He'll be back.
He said you mentioned video games. We can't fuck with. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he said y'all ain't talking about is I'm fucking up myself. My bad. Keep going.
Yeah. You meant to say you ain't talking about New Japan.
That too.
No,
there you go.
Say less. No, it was dope seeing that image, and I think a lot of people fuck with that. A lot of people, fam included, didn't fuck with the New Day promo before their tag match with the Hurt Business this week, but that tag match was pretty fucking good on Raw.
Oh, the match was amazing. Yeah. The lead up to the match when he came in and said, "You better use your outside voice before I leave your outside." I was like, "Oh, okay."
And that was Xavier.
What you got, Kof? You guys are jerks.
Horrible.
All right, just start the match. No, just start the match. No, I get it. Promo. It's wrestling.
Just wrestle.
Just start the match. Yeah.
Just wrestle.
Oh man.
Or have MVP just talk. Like MVP sits in they were in the bar or in the restaurant afterwards. He's cutting a promo at the table like, "Yo, we lost tonight, but these brothers, they still putting in work down." And I'm like, just have him talk. He could be Jack Tunney. Just let MVP be Jack Tunney.
That's the thing, though, and this is the problem, and this is the same reason why. And a few years back, The Rock had so much trouble doing promos with Cena is because he kept coming back, and he wouldn't let him off the hook. he wouldn't.
shit wasn't on his arm.
MVP was calling. MVP was like, "Oh, that went well," and I was like, he's killing them." Dave, you had another Harlem Heat stat.
I said the Harlem Heat had 13 title reigns
13
total. Yeah,
and the Steiners had 15.
yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
There you go, Rock.
I can't. I would have said them, but
Do you know how old I was when I figured out Jack Tunney wasn't the real president?
Last week,
Like 37.
I love it. I love it. They didn't have him going.
Probably drunk every time he was on TV, yo. That's the.
So are we, bitch.
Good point. Good point. That's fucking hilarious. Last week, again, we recorded the episode a day early last week, so we were watching. Well, we had AEW on while we were recording. So while we told people, oh shit, look, Jade Cargill made her debut, there was a lot of people questioning why we didn't speak on
Dre,
the Jade and Brandi Rhodes situation. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't see that insanity until the morning after. I watched the clip on Twitter. Do we know if Brandi Rhodes, like, this is the question I posed to my brothers last week. Do we know if Brandi Rhodes has like black friends? Like, does she regularly talk to black women?
We know she doesn't.
Big Swole came to her rescue last night and was like, "Yo, nah, we don't do that no more." Like, she's like, "Yo, son, what's happening, yo?" Like, that nigga, she talked to black people like undercover cops. Like, I don't like her in anything she stand for. Like,
who, Brandi?
Yeah, she's gotta go. She already came back. What was me? Black people don't like me, so I just hang out with white people. Okay, that's fine. But don't come back. Don't come back.
She can't do that though.
Around here. Want to hear that? Yo.
Everybody has this,
you can't
like,
do that.
You have this idea of what black people sound like and shit like that. Just be your fucking self. Nobody cares. Like, we don't care if you don't speak like I do. I'm still with you.
But I think the thing, I care because
HEFFA,
because it sounded like she watched Jerry Springer because she didn't know who else to talk to, and said, "Oh, this is how an argument between two black women should go." When you come up into my house, like what?
Yo,
I'm not allowed to comment on this. Am I?
No.
No. Yes, you are.
No, you're not.
I don't. You shut up.
I don't want you to stick your foot in your mouth, Sam. But I mean,
now, if you don't,
no, this is the place to do it.
Wait. As a white man, all right.
He got a Natty Bo stick up. He can say whatever.
Wait,
you're giving me credit as a white man.
I'm just saying, as a white man who understands the culture, understands black folk.
He knows the blacks.
Did Brandi Rhodes sound weird to you when she was cutting that promo?
The first thing I thought of, because we've seen so many incarnations of Brandi, was when she came out, it was like, do y'all have Pluto TV?
Yes.
I mean, because you've already kind of said it, but there's a channel on there called Nosy. And all it is, it's Springer, it's Maury Povich, and
Facts.
It's Steve Wilkos.
Right.
Just to really fucking ice the cake. Like,
it was bad.
Damn Steve Wilkos, Lord. But so that's the first thing I thought of. And then as it kept going, there was the level of how bad this is, yet also how fucking great this is because of how bad we've reached the point where it went. That whole segment for how it went, like, because if you think about how it started, And because it took her forever to get Shaq out, and like Cody, when the fuck has Cody ever slayed giants? Like all the nonsense with it. But it went from the ridiculous to the sublime. But it was like when she said heifer, it was like everybody's character or
she
whatever
did not,
on the sitcom.
She did not say heifer
in the 90s.
She did not say heifer.
That's what it felt like. It's inauthentic, which is. I can get now. She can come after me for that. Of how dare I question her blackness, and that's not it. It is.
I'm questioning it. Sorry.
That's like I'm just saying that as a character, like that's what it sounded like, and that is unfortunately with her. We've seen all these different characters. She plays different characters on the same show. She's a heel bitch to somebody, yet she's part of Cody's group that's all happy and cheery. And then it's like you see her on the cooking show, and it's like. I know
it's a different person entirely,
involved, but like, okay, well, what are you?
Yeah,
you know.
I'm glad
that was it.
Again, the pre-production on this week alone was A+. Look,
yo, interestingly enough, brother Stat has a stat.
Does he have a stat about this heifer? I'm sorry.
Well, first here's not a stat. As I said on my pod, Max.
Wait. I do not drip. I do not want to hear you say I was about to say this on my pod. All right.
No, I already said it on there. I'm just
saying. Plugging yourself.
I'm saying.
Pause. What the fuck?
No.
Hey yo.
Since comment on it, I was saying I talked about it with Banks briefly, and I just said that she sounded like Tay Diggs and Malibu's Most Wanted when he
like, that's good. You're right.
Cody defeated the Big Show at Extreme Rules 2012 to regain the IC title that he had lost at WrestleMania 28. So he slayed a giant technically, but again, Big Show lost that match by stepping on the table because Cody kind of pushed him. So
yeah, so he didn't slay anybody. No.
But again, that's Mythmaker Cody Rhodes, aka Cody. You know,
was he was Cody or he was Stardust or whatever the fuck?
He was Cody Rhodes. It was generic Cody Rhodes at that time. He wasn't dashing. Pre-Stardust.
He wasn't dashing.
That's
crazy.
He slayed the giant was because he got his name back, but it's like he didn't really slay a giant. He just like traded some trademarks back.
Facts.
Facts. You know.
He went to court.
I mean, hey, he's still a win, I guess, but
a win's a win. But he definitely there's a difference between beating somebody up and filling out some paperwork. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Tipping at the end right there.
Now, this week, Fan mentioned earlier about Swole jumping up in. First off, Jade had on heels. She made Swole look small. I didn't realize how tall Jade was until Swole, because they had like a brief stare down.
So really, I'm gonna be honest though. Before we get there, really quick,
go ahead.
Mike didn't, but we kind of let Jade Cargill off the hook for her promo. Now they asked her to do too much because beforehand she came out there and she is, and I listened to AEW's podcast today. They're absolutely
they got a podcast.
They've been had a podcast.
Yeah, they're booking her like
everybody who's on AEW goes on the podcast.
Yeah, Shivani and the woman ref is it Amber, I think, host the pod.
Okay. It's called AEW Uncensored or Unauthorized or something like that.
Yeah. So, but they're definitely booking her as great value Bianca Belair.
Jade, they're booking Jade, unrestricted. Look, Semp, you could do what you want to do on camera. Just know that
you ain't getting sponsorship.
I'm not saying that. I'm just we've been look. All right, and for people who don't know, it says it on the YouTube. We are on the road to 200. This is episode 199. This is one of the reasons why we made sure that we had Semp on here. You could do what you want to do, Semp, but no, it is you. It is you. Do you?
Okay.
Do you?
All right.
I don't want to restrict nobody.
My cousin said it last week. We went from asking for sponsors to sponsoring motherfuckers. So
wait. We went from asking for sponsors to sponsoring people to having people Jack Styles and flows. Are they not jacking Styles and flows?
I'm getting out of here.
You was the one that referenced it a couple weeks ago. Shark motherfuckers, biters. Can't stand a bite. Never mind. I'll shut up, Math. I'm sorry. No, because it was Britt Waters who I first saw this. Britt Waters said that Brandi got at she won in the verbal battle over Jade.
Who said that?
Britt Waters.
Oh, her opinion is wrong.
Go back to Forever 31. That was a great episode of the podcast.
Her opinion is wrong, nigga.
She's big Darby Allin hive too, so it makes sense. She's very big AEW, but I don't know. I like the way Jade came off. I don't know if say what you want about how Jade did. That was a very good debut for somebody. That was the only shit people were talking about for a minute.
It was kind of like I hate to bring this up, but you know how like George Bush loves Donald Trump because niggas forget how trash George Bush was because of
Which
how
Bush?
bad Donald Trump was.
Which George Bush?
The second Bush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's the same way. Like she was so bad, but then because Brandi got all sister girl on her,
who was bad?
Jade Cargill was bad when her promo talking about and Shaq and he is big. And
she had a promo.
Measure up to my man. It was all see.
She had a promo. I didn't.
Yes.
He wasn't paying attention to that.
They gave her
a word. I didn't hear anything.
They gave her way too much mic time. And
for her first time, probably.
Yeah. And she was just out there.
Not her fault.
No.
They left her out there. They definitely left her out there.
It was all, and that's why the whole thing was so ridiculous. It was, and then again, forget like the Derby, the Derby at the end when the music hit, which is even more. Something about that music, the way it comes in, is kind of ridiculous. I'm greatly entertained by it, but it's like when that kicked in on top of everything else, it was like, good Lord. But I mean, for her to be out there for so long with so much, just come out there. Because it was like, okay, I thought it was going to be she's cheating with, calling him out for cheating or something like that. And that's how I thought it was going to start. And then it just like hurt.
He came out there and they was like, oh, Cody's got a type.
Yeah.
Cody's got a type might be the name of this
Bad bitches is the only thing that he likes.
There you go. Cody's got a type.
Drip might have a
out there like that. It's like, there was that whole thing went long. And it was that you could have tightened it all up and everything and still did whatever you wanted to do.
Facts. What'd you say, Drip?
Jade Cargill's athletic background, she played basketball at Jacksonville State University. And
how tall is she? I'm sorry.
She's
5'10".
also
5'10".
Yeah.
She's also like a fitness instructor.
Yeah,
and
she's basically a fitness model, is what it looks like.
Yeah. When she did this shit, I don't got no muscle. When she did this shit, I'm like, oh, okay, Jade, like, because she's cut like she got fucking ab, like she is.
I don't need no abs. I got a handgun.
WWE and WWE wanted her, and like
that makes sense.
That was a weird thing too. Was like I don't know what.
So do I.
All connection stopped or ceased or whatever it was, but I thought she was going to be there.
That would make what stopped it. They had Bianca Belair, and they said two of them. No.
We can't also the territory.
They picked up KC Lennox as well, so it's what I mean. It's a bunch of.
AEW also got did Red Velvet? She signed. I saw there was question about her sign. Did she actually sign?
I don't know if she's actually signed or not.
She did.
She signed this week.
Even though I don't think they gave him the thing yet. But
right. I don't know. I did think if she's 5'10", when she stomped on Brandi's arm with the chair, she had those heels were like there had to be a good 4. She was probably 6'2", standing up against the big Swole when Swole jumped up in her face. And Mav said, "I'm gonna chop down that tree."
When Big Swole jumped up in her face,
she did. I was like, "Look, you better calm down, Swole. Like it's gonna be a little hectic if you're trying to mess with her." But
she even did the little thing.
She does not care.
She like worked on him. She was like,
yeah. All right, never mind. Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, Brandi didn't really sell the fucking the Pillmanizing of the arm. I guess that was a move that she did.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
No, Rock. Casey is with NXT.
Is she?
We were saying Sempervive was saying Jade was about to go to WWE or was in
that looked like it.
Yeah,
but
she was in the conversation. Word.
But I guess they changed their minds on people too now, where they're not really trying to lock people down. They're giving them shorter contracts. Some of the people that they have signed at that level, at the level that Jade would be if she went in there,
Facts.
Which is
right.
Sub NXT. She's in the Performance Center. She would be on NXT at some point, but there's no guarantee. Not like she would be on Dark every week. If they wanted her to be with those 15 match shows, she
will end up Dark is the place where all the black people in AEW go to wrestle. So she'll probably be all over Dark in 2 months. Watch, I'm calling it now. She's gonna start 2021 running Dark. Is all I'm saying. Watch. I don't want to say fuck AEW because I don't want the people on YouTube to start all the AEW stands to come for us because I don't really care that much. But I think there's a more pressing conversation that happened last week. We actually talked about it on the pod. Shouts out to the Duncan Solar. But he asked us a question, and we'll have some questions later on in the show. But he specifically asked us about if we ever think wrestlers will unionize. So it was funny that a day later, Zelina Vega said, "Yo, I support unionization," and then I think it was 7 minutes later, the WWE tweeted, "She got the fuck out of here." But it was more nuanced than I think people realized. I also didn't realize until earlier this week it was because, like, she had the Twitch, and it seemed like there was a situation with the Twitch. But do we know? Is it because of the OnlyFans? Because I heard she was posing in lingerie, and I think it was one of those things where, like, she was making $30 a subscription, but it was also OnlyFans, and she was a little more risque. It sounded like it was a bad deal because they were already kind of pissed about the Twitch shit. Is Zelina Vega the MVP right now? Like, is she going to be the catalyst to get these people talking or not?
Well, I mean, if you saw that same day, Andrew Yang had reposted her comment about unionization, and I think that may be a big deal because I'm pretty sure he's at least going to be a talking head in this upcoming administration. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a big deal.
I heard she had a conversation with one of the SAG groups, SAG-AFTRA, whatever the fuck it's called. But like, it was like it's a big organization dealing with unionization for people at workplaces. And they tweeted about talking with her, and then she retweeted it, talking about having a great conversation. But I'm just surprised. Drip, if you could do me a favor, can you grab the stats on, because it was Dave Meltzer. Dave said that Zelina was making more off of that shit that she was doing than she was with her WWE contract, which is just, it fascinates me. How much are people making at WWE where they can pull in that much on Twitch and OnlyFans monthly?
Well, you got to think if they're getting 50% of the subs and then they're getting tips, like she was getting thousands of dollars in tips while she was sitting there crying about this being her last day at WWE, and she was getting thousands of dollars in tips during the live.
What's the going rate for pussy?
$40.
40.
I do not know.
She's a $55.
Is it the first of the month or the 15th? That's the question.
Is she a 60?
It was things I miss about being in Baltimore. You going down 40.
I'm out of here. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Way too late at night, early in the morning. Just like knock the window at the light.
Creepy.
Square out of here. Get my square out of here.
He said. That's fucking hilarious. That is hilarious. And if y'all too young and not understand what that is, y'all might have to click off the podcast. I'm sorry. That's funny.
Only motherfucker gonna be here is us and Rock.
Rock was like, I know, right? I know, right? 4 in the morning, 5. What are you talking about, baby? No, I'm kidding. I just wanted some coochie. No, I'm sorry. But because the other thing was, it's because there's always a couple of questions, right? It's like,
dang coochie.
like, is it a rap for Aleister Black? Like, is he about to get Lana every week until he just says, "Fucking, I'm gone"?
No, I think they're going to push him to the moon. They are going to push him to the moon because they know he can wrestle and he will be successful on their TV. Shout out to Rock. I told you what I tell you. It's $40 to go. I gotta read. I gotta read the whole. It's $40.
See,
definitely $60.
Now, shouts out to the Black Announce Table Discord. If I was to go in there and make that joke about Rock would be trying to fucking fight me. But now he talking about the going rate for some coochie wherever he at.
Boy, boy.
I'm just saying, Rock. I call it like I see it, and I know you an old nigga that knows that because I'm not going to talk about the conversation you was talking about in Zoom, but the way you was talking about.
Y'all imagine what Rock car smell like on payday?
No, his car, his room, the dresser drawer, his fingers.
It smell like Newport coochie.
Facts, big facts.
And Popeye's chicken is crazy.
Rock, you a wild boy, man. I'm sorry, you a wild grown man, Rock. Come on now, come on.
Gosh.
Come on.
Drip got a stat for us.
We got a bunch of stats actually. Go ahead, run them off. Drip.
No, I only got the one. It's that apparently Zelina Vega, aka Dea Trinidad's OnlyFans, according to Sports Illustrated, is $30 a month. But again, she can charge extra based on how certain stuff works. Not that I know from personal experience.
Wow.
We're gonna need you to check that out.
Tell me more. Wait. Tell me more, Drip. Tell me more. He's like,
what you know? What you been doing, Drip?
What?
He's like, Drip, when we be on there, look, I'll tip you $15 if you show some feet.
That's how it is.
Ew.
You come from a family of accountants. I bet you could write that off.
Rock, I'm sorry, Rock.
Everyone has to. I'm
gonna get these bars off, champ.
That haircut screams rich.
Dre, you got to relax, yo.
Somebody given, I guess it's like being married to a stripper in Vegas or at a good club where it's like you got these dudes spending thousands because she is crying and her man is still gainfully employed by the World Wrestling Entertainment. Like, it is.
He don't have a pussy stamp.
He made enough to quit.
He don't have a pussy is funny.
Fuck you.
Fact.
Think about it, like if anything happens with unionization, and I doubt it will, but like if you have a players union or any of that, but like if it does, like that's what it's going to be off the backs of. They're going to point to a genesis and an origin story, and it's going to be Zelina Vega, who does not get naked apparently on OnlyFans, just dresses up, I guess, in like out of cosplay or whatever it is.
Right. From what I understand, I've not seen any of that.
Genesis of like this is what started the revolution.
That was my question.
Message.
This is the wild shit. The wild shit is Zelina Vega gets dressed up as a whole nigga. And y'all be turned on by this shit. She's wearing a Sub-Zero costume. That's a man. That's a man.
Is that the nigga off Ninja Scroll?
You got a whole Sub-Zero costume on, and you are going ham on yourself. That's she's dressed up like a dead man.
Is that Sailor Moon's brother?
That's a dead man, dog. Relax. Because she got her feet out in a Sub-Zero costume.
Oh my god.
That's really Ryu, my nigga.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, fucking stupid. Stop that shit. Cut his mic. Jesus Christ.
Hajime.
Fucking tell, but it's facts. But it's facts.
Motherfucker watching right now just hurt his feelings, like just ruined his adult.
Unsubscribe. What the fuck?
I'm sorry. It's no disrespect.
You're talking about me. Look. If you rock with us,
I'm not.
I fucks with you, but cut that shit out, bro. I'm not judging you. Cut that shit out, bro. There are free sites. You don't need to watch your favorite superstar dress up like a video game character if you wanted to get your rocks off, bruh. It is. If you need a tutorial, $20. I'll show you how to do this.
Wait a minute.
In terms of finding sites,
I was about to say, Cal, I'm not subscribing to see you. To see you.
No, if
Honda.
If you're that's fucked up. That's disrespectful. Why would you say E Honda? What are you trying to say about me?
You Zangief.
Who? That's racist. Don't be racist, man. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? That sounds like somebody called me a nigger. Is all I'm saying. Like you need to relax. Zangief.
I'm out of here. That's Zangief? My man from Street Fighter.
Nah, that sound racist, bro. That sound racist. How many times did Zangief beat the fake Mike Tyson?
No, he do the spinning pile driver.
Nigga, Rock, you got an OnlyFans and you got all that old coochie up on there. I know what you be, the Polaroids, my nigga. I know what you be doing on there.
Minute, if you got Polaroid coochie, hey, send them to today's mathematics at gmail.com.
All right, let's
never getting finished this episode. Pardon.
No. I was gonna say
you got it. Yo, this nigga sound like Prince Dejour, Uncle Duke Dejour.
Shout out to Duke. Shout out to the Duke.
Jesus. Now I did want to. I mean, I think that's all we can cover from Zelina Vega. I also know that's gonna be that situation is not over. If Andrew Yang's had anything to do, it's gonna be trying to push that issue with the WWE. So keep it locked for that. This Sunday though is Survivor Series. I every year I feel like I'm less and less hyped for Survivor Series than I was the year before. The whole poster is about the Undertaker's 30 years. It has nothing to do with the fucking show at all. Are y'all hyped for Survivor Series? No.
Yes. No, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Why?
Because
to fuck with us.
The one match?
The Zoom.
Oh, we doing the Zoom?
Yeah, we're definitely doing the Zoom.
Wait. So for the people, because there's people that are watching right now that be in the Zoom. Who is running the Zoom?
I got it.
All right, so Rock should be good then, because Rock don't want people to.
I'll be there.
What time? 9:30? 10?
I'll be there by mid-card. Make
sure you got your money ready, because this motherfucker will be bad.
I think they open the card with the tag match too.
Wait. Semp, are you cool with going through some predictions?
Yeah.
All right. Let's run through this card again. Survivor Series.
Match,
it is $1 a match.
$1 a match.
This is the 34th Survivor Series, and I don't know. They've not said anything about how they're celebrating 30 years of The Undertaker, are they?
He doesn't even know. I think they asked him about it on some podcast, maybe on like an SI podcast or something like that, and he's like, "I don't know. They just told me to show up." Like,
yeah, when he was,
you got your boots.
When he was on Hot Ones,
like my grandparents.
He was on Hot Ones and he was just like, "Yeah, we're celebrating," but like he didn't say anything about what the fuck. What is it? Is he going to walk out there like Hall of Fame? Like, I'm Mark.
Show up in his Blue Lives Matter shirt, probably. You know, I don't. What version do you get? Do we get all the versions? Do we get, like fucking badass Undertaker on the bike or whatever, Booger Red or that version? Like what?
Booger Red.
Goddamn clue.
Booger Red.
Mean Mark. Mean Mark.
Yo, if Mean Mark Callis walks out there, that'd be amazing.
Sweet, they have Sting out there. He just comes from behind him and hits him in the back of the head or something like that.
Some fucking chaps on and shit. Yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Heart punch. Mean Mark was heart punch.
That's right. With Paul
Classic
out there.
Classic. No, but let's go.
The heart punch is your move. You trash.
The heart punch
is your move. You are trash.
I was gonna say
If somebody can get a hard punch off now, but they gotta be a strong
Mike Tyson,
Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley needs a hard punch.
Yeah, I'll rock.
No,
you know who they would give it to, and I hate to say because he's a big fucking sorry ass motherfucker, but Lars. Like I could see them giving Lars a hard punch.
They would.
He got
they would.
They're trying to run some kind of like smart
punch
Hulk
to the
gimmick.
butthole.
Like they're trying to run a smart Hulk gimmick with this nigga. Oh my gosh.
Glory hole Lars.
Butthole punch.
Butt punching Lars is wild.
That's Lars.
You said a punch to the butthole.
That's Lars' finisher.
Now, is he getting punched?
Did Davis watch the tape? Drip, did you watch the tape? Because I don't know what happened.
He'll get punched, then you lose.
You watching the tape right now? Look,
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Drip, you watching the tape? What you doing?
A fire truck's right outside my apartment complex.
Oh shit! Drip, you
might
set the
want
shit
to
on fire?
evacuate. Fuck this
No, it's not
podcast.
mine.
Get
It's
out.
not my complex. It's at the neighboring one. So that's what I'm looking at.
Shit,
Yeah, I bet.
you better put that on fucking Instagram Live, my guy. Rock said it's either puncher or the punchy. I can't with y'all.
He's both.
I can't with y'all. All right, let's go.
In a small package.
No, I haven't watched the tape. I won't watch the tape. No.
You might have to watch the tape or something. We have to.
At least he's not using a schoolboy.
God damn it! God damn it! What a great episode! What
Oklahoma roll.
Jesus!
This is a mess.
Jesus!
It's dripping on the predictions.
Yeah, I was gonna say Drip. This he's really
you
out here
doing?
on some cop shit
Come on,
right now.
man.
Rescue 911 head ass.
Is
What
that
you
only
doing?
the
Come
fire
on.
department?
Take this shit down. Take down the stats.
You got to make sure because Drip will be complaining when he has to go through and write this shit out. Like, yo, motherfuckers
you
gonna
guys
give me
gotta
definitive
fucking-
answers or whatever. So
Like,
make sure you
I
listening, my guy.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes these shits be bullshit. Let's go through.
Still on. Let's go, Zell.
Let's go through this. This card has two traditional Survivor Series elimination matches, and everything else is just. Wait, these are champion versus champion matches.
It's been like
Nah, see.
No, they've been like that. Like Cuz said, yeah.
Yeah.
It's for no title. It's no title match.
What
Well,
did
no,
this
last year there was
Total
Brock versus
brands
Ray for the title.
supremacy.
No, wait, because, and I remember it was Alvarez specifically was tripping because NXT wasn't involved,
Not
and
this
I see, but we can't forget that NXT saved like this time last year, the whole roster was still in Saudi Arabia. Remember that one amazing SmackDown because NXT was like, bet we'll show up and we put on a fucking fire events all over.
They didn't have time to think about it and fuck it up.
Right. Because they said this past week, I when I was doing laundry earlier this week, Meltzer was talking about how they had the card for SmackDown Thursday night. The writers knew everything, and then he said, "Nah, fuck that shit. We about to do something else." And then homegirl fucked up her wrist, and they had to change everything anyway. But there's no NXT. I don't even know if there's no stakes, right?
No.
Not yet.
From Murray's.
Shout out to Murray's.
Wait.
Wait. Did you have the?
Box.
Wait. Did you have there was a Murray store near me for a minute. It was only around for like 2 years though.
Are you fucking kidding me? This shit was
we
around
grew
for
up.
30.
Yeah, we grew up with them joints.
What I'm saying is,
Well, look at your man. You hired him.
hired
You hired him.
Drip. How much have I paid you?
Not shit. Like you
Thank
said.
you.
But
Thank you.
Your social status has risen.
Again.
Paid opportunity.
What was there a Drip before the pod?
It was, but again, he needed a platform.
What
Guys
is
told me
it's
on
his-
4th of
Wait,
people told me on 4th of July in the Discord.
the
Nah,
irony of
nah.
drinking white?
Man, put him backstage, man.
Wait, but who the fuck was calling you Drip before the podcast, my
Yeah,
guy?
exactly. But like,
Who?
The
Who?
pediatrician.
like when you go to WWE, you get a new name.
You calling? Am I Vince McMahon in this situation?
Of course. What do you mean? I'm like,
Well, fuck yeah! No, I'm just kidding. No, that's what I was saying. There were grocery stores near me, right?
We related.
The facts.
So
Shouts out
my
J-Bo. There were grocery stores near me that sold Murray's products in the frozen food section.
Yes.
And then like when I was like 12 or 13, a Murray store showed up at a spot where you could cop, and I was like, I didn't realize that there was a fucking Murray store. Yes. And I guess nobody cared because 2 or 3 years later that shit was dead.
Y'all wasn't living, y'all not living right out there.
No, they're not. No, they're not. The Latin Kings and and the Bloods, like, yeah, they fucked the whole game up.
You have missed the Steakums.
No, I had this. I grew up on the Steakums.
Chicken nuggets.
Steakums was the first thing I learned how to cook, is what I'm trying to tell you. It was a fucking wings, Murray's box.
The French toast sticks.
Mm-hmm. I had all
of the off-brand cereals. You know what I mean? The fruit rings.
That's why I draw the line, champ. I'm not eating Murray's cereal.
No, they were horrible. But we had fruit rings. We have flakes, like wheat flakes or some shit. Shit was trash.
They just have different, like the one.
Ain't buy that, yo.
The ice pops, the burgers.
Shouts out to the burgers. Yeah, the burgers stayed in the freezer. Shouts out to the Dominican spot near me. Everything is just Crasdale now. It's no Murray's. Everything is Crasdale.
Shout out to J-Bo. He know the Steakums.
Yo, it's still a Murray's. It's still a Murray's on Route 2. Just
where the fuck is Route 2?
Richie Highway, nigga.
Going which way? Really? No. That's Richie Highway. That's the Sofrito store.
No. North of Richie Highway. It's going right north of my job. It's right there.
Oh, it's going towards Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck is a Sofrito store?
Sofrito.
Don't be racist.
No, it's too late.
Then I won't say anything.
That's terrible. All right, let's get into this card. Right now, again, we're recording this Thursday night. We are literally live. There's currently 6 matches on the card. I don't know which one of these is going to be on the pre-show, so I'm going to try and figure out which one is the least important, and we'll go up to the most. Sad to say, I think that means we start with Bobby Lashley, Raw's United States champion, going up against Sami Zayn, SmackDown's IC champion. And Sammy's talking a lot of shit on Twitter. So a lot of his promo talk is pretty good.
But he gets away with it because it's heelish. So it's anti-American, which, I mean, it's anti-company if you know, right. But it's also anti-American, and he plays, it's my Canadian character, so he can blame it on that.
He's a fake Bret Hart.
He's
a better Bret Hart.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm sorry, what?
He's a better Bret Hart.
Do me a favor, get you and Drip out of the show.
No, we'll just have to bring this back up next time we talk to Greg, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, when we talk to some real...
Greg, not that guy. Greg.
God.
Here we go. All right. So let's go.
Me on Twitter, so fuck him.
Wait, what? Because I have Teddy Long blocked me on Twitter, and I don't know what I said. Do you know what you said to get blocked by Sami Zayn?
And the worst part was like he was one of the only wrestlers I was following, because like from a political standpoint, like, okay, I can fuck with Sammy a little bit, talking about shit. So it's like, okay, and sympathize with him over the Saudi thing and all that stuff. Okay,
right.
But then it was the Becky of all things. Becky Lynch and Road Dogg, right? Where they did the thing where they were trying to turn Becky Lynch heel. Mm-hmm. They were stupid as shit because Charlotte had to be the baby face, and they were whiffing badly.
Right.
And Road Dogg said something that I responded to on Twitter, and basically, telling him, I can't remember, they could fuck up Jesus Christ as a baby face.
Right.
And Road Dogg wanted to hit me and then blocked me, and then right after that, Sammy blocked me. So I don't know if it was swept up inside. I don't know what it was, but the timing was ironic. So I don't know what that was about. So.
They was in the DMs talking to each other. That's what it was.
It's because it's like it's a combination that I can't think of, but maybe it was like some wrestler shit. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because I don't even see them. Fair enough. One more time for clarity.
Just fuck you, Sammy.
I appreciate that.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Fuck you, Remy. That's your real name, right? Real name too.
Wait, his real name is Remy?
Remy,
I believe.
Yeah, Remy.
No, Remy. We're gonna go with Remy.
Yeah, I want to go with Remy. He's up in the clock tower.
Yes, sir.
I knew it.
Wait, you gonna die?
Drip, have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen Higher Learning?
Well, I was gonna say I saw Higher Learning when I was young.
He's lying.
Nigga, you young
lying.
now.
Yeah, what are you talking
Right.
about? You 8 years old.
No,
Right.
I think I saw it too early.
He's lying.
Facts.
He's
Busta
lying.
Rhymes said they swole my hand all up. I'm sorry.
I
What,
was probably like 11. or 12.
Yo, son, when I hit that white boy, yo, Bus was wilding out.
he was good in that shit. He was swole my hand all up. I'm sorry.
Was
sorry.
that his first gig? His first acting
Yes.
role?
That might have been the first thing he acted in. Yeah, it was that, and then Halloween, whichever Halloween he was, Resurrection or whatever.
Hey,
Or the one Halloween
Yo.
2.0.
One of my first dates with me and my wife, my man's is doing a promo for the local radio station and gave us tickets to the Busta Rhymes. We snuck a bottle of gin in there and both passed out, and we
Who
never
the fuck
saw any
drinks
of them.
gin?
I used to.
Gin?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Seagrams?
yeah, it was
Tanger.
out of here.
The
It was
naughty.
outta
I was
here.
gonna say quarter pints of naughty head.
Wow. Again, this is why we got Hennessy TV on this show. I mean, what you talking about? What you talking about, man?
I have the real first movie that Busta Rhymes is in. It was Who's the Man?
I know you didn't see that.
Well,
I know you didn't see
you
that.
never saw that.
Okay.
You didn't know that was a movie until just now, did
I
you?
don't know, but he was.
Well, I think
Busta
I've heard about
Rhymes
it.
in
That wasn't
movie,
Dr. Dre's first movie either, right? Yeah.
Which Dr. Dre?
That's a different Dr. Dre.
Which Dr. Dre?
No, it's because it says Ed Lover, Dr. Dre, and then I know because they Dr. Dre made a movie. It's like Before the Wash, because that's supposed to be like his real first movie.
Oh,
See,
No, that's
this
not-
one, this,
I know it's a different Dr. Dre, but that's what I mean when they say like.
Make him do that lover dance. Make him do that lover dance right now.
he don't even know what's going on. Drip don't know what's going on right now. Shit.
But no, I have Higher Learning. Yeah.
You know how old we all are? He said, "Who's the man?" And we were all the rest of us like, like we come on. So, but Sem, you said you think after all that, Sem, you still got Sammy winning that match,
No, hell no. No, Bobby's gonna win that.
Bobby.
All right, so Semper Bobby. See,
Okay.
he's being clear.
He's being clear. This is probably the only match we're all going to be clear on because we got to root for everybody black, right?
we got to see what he says.
Dude, wait, Drip. What is that
Drip?
on your hat? Is that a kiss? Is that lipstick on your hat?
Yeah, it's the.
That's Drake. That's a Drake hat.
Huh?
It is great. Yeah, it's the Lover Boy.
Yeah, the lover of lover boys.
Yeah, it's the Drake Sweet Bottom collection.
Is that Drake's lips
Yes.
kissing the hat?
Yes. That's Drake's color lipstick.
Are you
Rouge.
really mad because he looked at you like psh, in
My-
Houston
my-
10 years ago?
My guy, I am not mad at anything right now. I'm just trying to understand whose lipstick was on the hat. If you're
Drake.
telling me it's Drake's lips on the hat, then I have other questions.
Boy,
He's
boy,
wearing
oh
it
boy.
proudly.
You keep going like this.
From the Drake lipstick on my dipstick collection.
Jesus. All right. Moving on.
So
Moving.
everyone's going Bobby.
Yes.
You pick
Everyone.
Bobby?
Are you picking Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody got Bobby.
Making sure. All right. Next up, I'm glad this is happening, mind you. The New Day is going to be taking on the Street Profits, champion versus champion non-title match. After this past Monday's match, I don't think I've watched a Street Profits match in a minute because I don't really tune into SmackDown like that. But this is going to be. I hope this is as good of a match as I want it to be.
I think it's going to be. I think you look at the match we got with them in the Hurt Business, and I think that's the tip they on. So even if their promos are lacking, and you see that they're missing promo wise in match wise inside the ring, it's going to be amazing, and I think they're going to put in an amazing match.
Who's taking it? You finished that whole bottle?
Whole bottle.
Oh, I'm not answering who's taking it.
Who is winning the match? God damn it.
Profits.
Yeah, I'm going Profits too.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a New Day. I'd love to see. They're not going to do it, but I'd love to see New Day turn heel. Not on Sunday, but the match is going to be good because it's like a lot of these matches. The lead up to it kind of sucks. It's what it is. But once they get in there, I mean, how is it not going to be good? And those four would love to shove it down everybody else's throat. Pause. And just make sure that they know they're the show. They're gonna because I can see you putting them on first.
Right.
But
they might open.
It's hard to follow that.
Right. They'll be I'm gonna go New Day.
Huh. Dollar on this?
Yeah, I'll go dollar on Cash App.
Yeah.
Say
so
less.
do we all think this will be better than the so-called greatest tag match between FTR and the Young Bucks?
Who? Mo and Joe Buck?
Put him backstage.
No, I'm saying again, like you saw again, the Cash Wheeler,
who?
Where I called him a boring bitch. So I mean,
you can't
wait.
Because hold on, Cal.
No, say what you're gonna say because I think we're on the same wave. But say what you're gonna say.
I feel like my people that I keep close to me, I feel like I'm responsible for them. Even
facts.
No. Hold real shit. I feel like I'm responsible for them to a certain extent. Even though some of them are older than I am, I feel like I'm still responsible because these are my people.
Right.
If you were to come in contact with somebody from FTR, would you say you're a bitch?
I would call him a boring bitch.
Hold on, Drip. This is one of the problems that we're having with people that haven't been outside. You know what I'm saying? So a good majority of us that are older were outside when if I heard you call me a bitch and I see you outside.
That's good. Aryan Elite Wrestling is crazy. I'm sorry.
We're gonna have a problem. If I see you outside, I'm gonna approach you and see what this bitch talk was about.
Did you not tell me last Sunday you called so a bitch and he was right over there?
But he was also ready to fight when he said it. I think that's Fam's point. That's Cub's point.
I know what it is because
I don't have a IP address, my nigga. I have an address. We ain't have no IPs. You feel me? If your IP directed me to your address, most of these motherfuckers wouldn't be talking the way that they talking.
That's
so when I say this to Drip, like dog, when you say
get that Pat Riley, sorry.
When you say use a bitch, I feel responsible. If we at the brunch, you are my responsibility.
Right. No, especially if you're wearing black Rasslin hoodies or something like that. Like that's so they're gonna ask you who are your guardians, sir? Like who are you here with? You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not saying this because we on the pod. If somebody say this to anybody, that I feel responsible for everybody. That's shit. Cal, Fam, Drip, Eve, Cody, Suku, Greg, motherfucking Zell, all these motherfuckers that we come in contact with.
Simp ain't gonna go out there like that.
Simp ain't no simp.
Simp knows what time it is. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I know what it is because Drip is the youngest. But it's something you're gonna have to learn. But I think you at least need to have. And I don't want to. I'm not an OG, especially for you because we only known each other for so long. But it's just a warning. At some point,
don't throw up bees.
At some point, someone is going to try and see you on that, and you're going to have to respond. And the thing is, and I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I'm gonna keep it so real right now. I don't want to get into any drama, but if you fuck with the family, something's going to have to happen. So if you make me come out of my character and have to go toe to toe because you said some wild shit, just know after everything is done,
next.
We might have to have a conversation.
Hey, Drip, I don't have an IP address, my G. I'm from 1854. My cousin know where we from. My cousin know where we at.
He'll take you over there. He'll drop you right off.
Facts. So stop it, because I don't want to fight Cash Wilder.
Cash Wheeler. See, you just like me.
Dash Wilder.
I don't know that man. I don't know that man at all.
Dash Wilder's father used to be in all those movies with Richard Pryor. Go ahead, though. What's the next
He
match?
was in Maniac Cop. Was he in Maniac Cop? Wasn't he in Maniac Cop?
Brazy as hell. All right. Asuka, our current. I'm sorry, Asuka. I'm sorry. Our current Raw Women's Champion is going to be.
I don't want to be the old head, but I've been drinking. I had a bottle of wine.
A whole bottle of wine. He said he wasn't going to get drunk, but then what happened?
I'm not.
He's not. He loose. He real loose. Asuka is going to be fighting Sasha Banks.
Shut up, Cal.
It's facts. That's the match.
Don't you ever call me loose, bitch.
Listen, all right. Listen, all right.
This match.
No, wait. You're not going to sit here and tell me not to call you loose and then call me a bitch.
No, bitch is a term of endearment.
No, we not doing this. We are not doing this. Is all I'm saying.
No, you watch your mouth, Drip, because you meant bitch in a derogatory term. You meant it in a derogatory way.
I don't know.
A bitch like that's fluffy.
Bitch. I don't know what that. See, I don't know what fluffy. Don't do that.
Sorry, Cal.
Don't do that.
You bitch.
See? Drip, go handle him.
That is a great question, Rock.
Who's worse? Loot? Nah. See, I don't even say buddy.
What's worse, brother Math? A nigga calling you loose or a nigga calling you buddy?
Buddy.
Hey,
hold on, loose.
Shout out to Kuwait.
Buddy is worse.
Buddy is worse.
Hey,
what's a buddy?
That's different. That's worse than bitch.
What's a buddy? Math is your no. He's not. Math, are you anybody's buddy?
No.
Hey,
I'll fight you for real.
What's a buddy?
First of all,
what does that mean?
My buddy.
Buddy is disrespectful.
Yeah, they sang that song and then that little motherfucker started killing people.
You won't acknowledge me as.
That was the whole different thing.
No, that was a good guy.
Yeah, good guys was based on my buddy.
Exactly.
Yeah, good guys killed my buddies, right?
They killed everybody.
Didn't he kill him at the beginning? Anyway, my bad. Survivor Series. Sorry, Stemp.
Jesus. So who y'all got? Asuka or Sasha Banks?
I'll go Sasha Banks winning by DQ because of her husband Pam.
Banks, if you don't cut that shit out. Hold on, Sasha's husband Pam?
I mean, you bite your pillows. Jesus.
Are you taking Sasha because of Pam?
I think Sasha's winning. She's got the momentum.
I'm taking Asuka because of Pam.
No, the DQ. That'll be the only DQ they
DQ?
take. Tonight. Wow.
Did you say a DQ?
What brand is Naomi on?
Raw. Raw. You wouldn't know that because you don't get to see her on TV, but she is in fact a Raw superstar.
Like she was a high draft pick, and then they haven't done anything. And it's like if she's going to show up, there's all this talk because of what went down on NXT that Rhea Ripley could come up, and it's like, well, okay, somebody's going to do something somewhere. Somebody's going to be a part of the tag match. Somebody's probably going to jump in somebody's shit in this match because I'm sure they don't have finishes for these matches.
Fact.
You know what I mean? They're not everybody's going to be clean pinned on each brand. Right. All these champions, they're going to have some bullshit endings. They got to hope the matches are good before they get there.
Facts.
So it's like I could see,
was Ronda and Charlotte.
Yeah. Say what now?
That was the only time that really happened was Ronda and Charlotte where they had no finish. Again, Charlotte got disqualified and she kept beating Ronda with the kendo stick. But other than that,
that's right.
Almost every match has had a straightforward finish.
So Simp, did you see NXT yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
So Rhea Ripley lost, right?
Yeah.
So she's definitely
It's a wrap.
Does that guarantee that we see her Sunday?
It doesn't, but it certainly could. I mean, what else could she do there? And they need something shaken up, and they're losing girls. You know, and I'm not saying left and right, but it's like, people keep getting hurt. Things keep happening. So this would be a perfect time to bring her up. I mean, why not now? And have her attack Asuka, because again, you could have her attack Sasha. I mean, it looks physically, because of what she looks like. I mean, she could pretty much do whatever. And then she's, obviously she's a heel, but you control the audience anyway. So what does it matter? I mean, so she could jump on either one of them, beat up both of them, and that's a big debut, considering the last time anybody saw her, if you didn't watch NXT, she was losing to Charlotte. They completely neutered her whole character.
Where's Bianca on this card? She's on the Survivor Series team, right?
Yeah, she's on the team.
I think Bianca and we'll get to that, but I think Bianca gets big eliminations this year. And what's going to end up happening is, because there's no DQ in these matches, I think Rhea Ripley remembers that she played a role in what happened with Charlotte, and she might have to come down to see Bianca.
No, there is DQ. Like, you can get disqualified in a Survivor Series elimination match.
Well, Rock brings up a good point. I'm going to get to that match in a second. I will say I am going to go for Sasha, but I think the interesting point is currently the final SmackDown before Survivor Series hasn't happened, but there are currently 2 spots left on the SmackDown women's team. So
I thought they filled those with MAGA. What's the chick? I hate her.
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans and
let me
on Raw team.
let me
not SmackDown.
Let me run down those teams. So Team Raw for the women is Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce, and they're taking on Team SmackDown, which is currently Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and 2 members who are currently to be determined. I'm guessing they're gonna either fill one of those spots on SmackDown, and maybe somebody's a surprise on Survivor Series, or we'll figure out who it is on SmackDown. I don't know. But if Rhea was going to show up anywhere, I could see her. That would be an easy spot to slot her in. You know what I'm saying?
Especially because that would be, if you get another babyface woman on that team, and to see Nia get her comeuppance or some where they help Lana at the end or whatever, even if they eliminate Lana or however that works, you could do something like that and then probably have that work.
Right. But who? Such a weird match, because I don't really like the Raw team, and the SmackDown team is currently still up in the air. I don't want to say I don't care who wins this match, but I don't know. It's not like it's hard to call a clear winner right now. It's really up in the air.
No, it's not. I know exactly who wins.
Let's go.
Raw wins. Lana is the sole survivor.
To then face Asuka at some point.
Yeah, get beat.
She already lost to Asuka though.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could do it just to do the story, because she could get put through the table early on, because that would be the obvious thing. Get put through the table early on. She just lays out there. Bianca, somebody does something with her, she gets counted out. Like, they get double counted out. You do something some way, and then Lana rolls in there. Nia gets beat, and then she rolls up somebody or something like that and gets the win. You could absolutely do that.
Then what? Because the thing, we're really booking what becomes a really shitty redemption. What did Ruby Riott is? Should I read this? One of those people you feel bad for. See, I can't.
Real quick,
get banks out the chat.
So we're on to the women's tag, but Semp and Cal have to pick Sasha versus Sasha.
I'm going Sasha.
I'll go Sasha too, just because she could take she needs W's. So
facts. I think I'm also.
So fam took Raw, right?
Yeah. He said Team Raw with Lana being the sole survivor.
I'm picking SmackDown. I think the SmackDown. I think Bianca is going to be a powerhouse in the match.
You think they're ready to do 2 black women against each other for that title?
I think that it starts. Yes. I don't think it right away. I think it builds some momentum.
I want to see the best thing for Bianca. I think. Well, number one, the best thing would be Rhea Ripley doesn't show up there as a babyface. That's number one, or really there at all, at least for right now, because they haven't established. Again, you see, they fuck up with everybody. They just fuck everybody. The easiest stories up, including Bailey. But I think Bailey is the best way to make the stair step to get Bianca up there, because Bailey can work with her the best here with her personality, being extra Aunt Pam. It's the easiest thing to do. And then you do whatever you do with Sasha. Does she hold on to the belt? Because if she does, I don't know. That's a WrestleMania match. Like, you do that then. But, like, other than that, you really probably wouldn't have two baby faces against each other. But if Sasha loses the belt, then, yeah, I mean, Bianca's right. Bianca is – it's like the Street Profits were. It's like you can't mess this up, can you? And they tried. The Viking Raiders, they did screw up. Bailey, they screwed up. Yeah. I mean, they've messed up almost everybody. It's why Rey Mysterio's ass won't retire, is because they'll completely fuck his kids up if he leaves. So it's like he's got to.
Hey, shout out to his eye for unretiring this week.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say,
you're talking about, there was a whole, I don't know how much of that. I guess none of this was a pre-show, but one more. Just gotta throw this out. I know, keep goddamn.
Yeah, go in.
Jeezy. All right, talking about that with you earlier on with Jeezy and Gucci Mane.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Murphy and the Mysterio family and Aaliyah. They just let that man back in. He was about to kill his whole family, blind his whole family. Right. Okay, now we're going to shake hands and you can be back in again. They can go to the strip club together.
They said they're supposed to be getting married. That's supposed to be the end. That's a rumor I saw earlier this week.
Triple H drugged Stephanie and married her, and then years later, she's like, you know what? Let's actually do that. Like, let's actually team up. And like, like, hey, son, like, crazier shit has happened in wrestling.
And then China said, what the fuck? And they bounced her out of there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Liv Morgan is the sole survivor, winning for the SmackDown team, only because they announced that Jersey, what? Nah, but they did just announce that she's got whatever documentary coming to the network on November 29th. Shouts out to Liv. Good shit, homegirl. Represent Jersey all day. She's 201 though. I'm 60. Well, she was 201. That's up north. I'm 609. She's down. Shouts out to one. No, I'm sorry. But shit, why not?
SmackDown, Cal. I got SmackDown
for Liv, right? You got Liv winning. Sole survivor, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, she is on there. Nah,
yeah, she is.
Oh my god!
Don't do me a favor, fam. There's a comment that went in. Don't put that up on the screen. Don't put it up on the screen. Don't do that.
100%.
Do not. I saw you saw it. Do not do that. Do not do that.
Sam, who did you have?
Thank you. Don't touch the other one. Please.
They about to get escorted out of the chat.
Click back on that chat.
I like the energy.
What was it?
I think Semp said.
You said
he
Raw,
said.
Right?
What, for the women's match?
Yeah, you think Lana's going to be the sole survivor? Type
yeah, I mean, I think that's probably It's just as dumb
wrong.
as it is. Like, I think that's the easiest thing they could do.
Facts.
With everybody getting pretty much eliminated in a dumb way.
Facts. Makes sense. All right. The men's Survivor Series match, we got Team Raw. AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Matt Riddle. Well, I guess it's Riddle at this point is taking on what?
It's Fiend now.
Who?
I think apparently it happened today that they replaced Riddle with the Fiend. I'm double checking to confirm.
Wait, what?
The 5 Hooter lifted what?
Why would they do that? They've already got the Fiend doing nothing against the Miz for that. Seems like that was a program, right?
He beat the Miz, so
they're gonna be fighting for another month. Mind you, the beef for the last 3 weeks was him taking on either Randy Orton or Drew.
Oh, never mind. I think that nope.
Damn, Greg gonna get you on that one. So Team Raw is taking on, it's AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle taking on Team SmackDown, which is currently Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and a teammate to be determined. I'm gonna go Jey Uso. Fuck it. Fuck it. He gotta prove to the High Chief that he's really about it. So I don't care. Jey Uso winning it sole survivor for Team SmackDown. Bam. I don't know who y'all got.
Or SmackDown.
Who you think going to be the one to
It's Jey Uso.
talk about it?
That would be dope.
It won't happen, but talk about it.
I don't think there'll be a sole survivor. I think it'll be SmackDown with maybe 2 or 3 guys left.
Simp.
See, man,
It's tough.
I'm trying to think of how they get out of the main event. so I'm trying to like, do they do the opposite when it comes to the actual Raw versus SmackDown match?
Yeah,
Depending
I
on
think
what
Raw's
team-
winning the tag match, and SmackDown's going to win the title match.
Yeah. And there's been they spent so much time on how stupid everybody on the Raw team is to be associated with each other, you know, where it's like almost like because they've been so dumb, like they're somehow gonna dumb themselves to victory, and then we're gonna get Braun and Jordan or whatever, you know, whatever nonsense that they decide to do. That's what it'll be. You know, and almost in SmackDown's world, it probably won't even exist unless they're going to do a storyline off of something that happens, you know, intergroup or something like that. I mean, Jay's place with Roman, whatever Roman's going to do, Jay's going to be there anyway. So I don't know if you necessarily even need to, you know, if anybody even needs to come out of that looking good.
J-Bo says SmackDown wins with Daniel Bryan being the surprise partner. Him and Jay are the sole survivors.
I can rock.
He was beating up Daniel Bryan a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, he kicked the shit.
Yeah, that was good.
So, I mean, and maybe that could continue the feud. I mean, it seems like Daniel Bryan he's talked about being on the way out, so maybe this is one of those things where look, not that he's going to sacrifice, but he wants to put on a couple of good programs, and Jay needs the obvious, the elevation for what they're building him for. So why not?
Can you imagine them as the sole survivors, even if it's something kind of cheap where Braun he gets eliminated and pushes AJ?
That's what I was just about to say.
Something where it's like, now it's, even though it's kind of goofy in WWE world, like that's a big win. And like, again, that's what everybody needs. I mean, they have no fucking stars. So like, this would be a good way to do something.
That's a good point.
Again, Jay is never going to be Roman, but he doesn't have to be. He just has to be different than somebody else on a different level.
Facts.
Does Manute Swole do anything during this match?
Hopefully he actually gets a real name.
No, that's it. I just said it.
I don't.
Yeah, that's his name.
His name, they're gonna call his name is Barry or some shit. Like he gonna have some real generic ass name.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob.
Black Bob is what they call it.
Big Black Bob.
No, they might. Wait.
Realest shit. I'm sorry. That was the realest shit in the world where AJ was like, I didn't even know you spoke, because I could see AJ being the type of South Georgia motherfucker that pulls up to Home Depot in his truck and just points to like some day laborers and it's like, all right, get in. And, you know, that type of thing. And I bet you that's how it was. It was like Jordan was just standing there after Shane left the Underground, just standing there. There's nothing for him to do. And AJ just like, come on. He had no goddamn clue. That's the most AJ shit in the world right there.
Get in the truck. Come on.
That makes sense.
Believe
makes
me,
a
I
lot
live
of
in
sense.
Southern Delaware right now. I'm telling you that shit. Yes,
that shit is real.
Have you ever said get in the truck?
Get in the truck.
I love it. I love it. That's what's up.
Nah, but if they look, I mean, you got to find the one that speaks English real good so he can tell
the other ones, right?
Are, and then you get a bar built in your basement and a pool table
that night, or you just get a crackhead.
That's what you want.
You hire one crackhead, and they
no.
You ain't never hired a crackhead for work
in my house.
They don't stay in the house, is what I'm saying. You're at the house. You might watch them.
That's not
that's a thing.
That is not worth your time. They cut your grass, but they not worth the time, because if you invite a crackhead in your house, you get to work a full shift as a security guard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nigga don't steal your house.
What I'm not going to mention his name, but shouts out to my home. And he was a
that's the bump.
He was a street dude. He worked in the mailroom at one of my old jobs, and he told me there was a crackhead that he knew. He was a whole crackhead, but the motherfucker knew how to like fix shit in the house, lay tile and do all this other bullshit. He had a wife and kids, and he would be there.
He was functioning.
But it was one of those things where he was like, "Look, you're not going to be in my house. You're not going to be staying on my. You can't do none of this shit. You show up 10 o'clock. You leave when the sun go down. I'll give you the money." And he knew he gave him that $20, and that nigga scurried to the fucking projects, got him some rocks.
He didn't scurry.
Scurry is crazy.
You ever seen him? And just jump in a tree. You don't know. You never heard of scurry? It's the shit that squirrels do.
You have to tell a crackhead to watch shit like the light post or some shit like that. Like, hey, make sure this corner don't move, motherfucker. I just remember that kind of shit. Business
with fucking, they would use dudes as temps, and people come up and you want to try to help and shit, and it's like, no. You only get burned one time because it is like I said, you are fucking. You got to be a security guard for a crackhead. You're trying to get it done, and it don't work.
I've been at this man's. I was at this man's house before, and whatever crackhead did the work on the floors, immaculate.
He ain't smoke ready.
Are you sure he wasn't just a freebaser? Like,
see,
he sounds like he's got cocaine skills.
I mean, this would have been
to a certain level and then fell back down, but he's still hovering. Like,
maybe it was one of those things where like down. What I'm saying, maybe it was one of those things where like maybe 3 years prior he was linked out on the corner every night. Now he was like Bubbles. He was living in his sister's basement. He couldn't get a key to get upstairs. He could only go out the basement door, out the side. You feel what I'm saying? He was 2 years from being fully sober, but he needed to hit the crack pipe once to go to sleep at night.
Just one rock.
That's all he needs.
You can't hit the rock and go to sleep at night.
I don't know I don't know anything about that.
You need to dance before you know what I mean?
I think crack send you the other way.
Hey.
Ain't no chamomile crack. It's like, ooh.
Like, ooh, baby.
Chamomile crack is amazing. That might be the name of the episode. Chamomile.
You got to do a little shimmy after you hit that. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I spelled chamomile correctly, but we got to get to the last match. All right, and I'm happy that the WWE did this. I don't know if Drew McIntyre needed to lose and win the title to get this match. I feel like it would have made more sense if he had just kept the title for the last 3 weeks, but Drew McIntyre being the Raw World Champion, taking on the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns for the who has the SmackDown title, is the better match in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I still have Roman Reigns winning. Wow.
I think we all do.
Yeah. It's got to be unanimous at this point.
Yeah. It's filthy though. It's filthy, and that's where you get your Jey Uso help.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, he's gonna beat the stuffing out of this guy.
Gator, show mama that dance.
I smoked the TV.
Mama, I smoked the TV.
I don't want to bust no old white woman in the head for $30, but I do it.
Is it weird?
You know I do it.
I don't want to turn this into a movie podcast, but Jungle Fever was about the black guy having sex with the Italian woman. That's what it was about, the black and white sexual relationship.
The mulattoes.
Big fact.
That is not what a mulatto is.
But
the mulattoes.
No.
The crack part of that film is much more memorable and much better than the black and white woman had sex. Am I tripping?
I don't know. That nigga was smashing. That nigga was smashing Malcolm X's mother at the beginning of the movie, boy, in the morning sun.
He was. He really was. No, it's matter of fact, we was talking about crack, the whole scene where they play, because Spike said, fuck it, we playing the whole Stevie Wonder in the crack house. They went through the whole crack house, and I'm like,
Rip ain't never seen this shit.
No, he has not. Jesus Christ, the crack house looks like the scariest shit ever. There's no lights on in there.
Crack house?
Why would I go to a crack house?
Exactly.
Why would I go to a crack house? No, for like why? I don't smoke crack. I don't sell crack.
No. You don't have to. You don't have to smoke crack.
I have no let me rephrase. I have never had a reason in my life to go to a crack house.
Maybe you got a relative that's out in the world and you try to get them back.
I've had relatives out in the world. My grandmother didn't want to let them in the house. She damn sure wasn't going to send somebody to whatever crack house to be like, yo, go get your uncle real quick.
Maybe you got somebody that works there.
Somebody go get Rico out that house down there. You know what they doing? They in there smoking that dope.
That's Smokey Robinson.
Drinking that wine.
Gang banging. Gang banging.
So that's Survivor Series. There will be a Zoom. I don't know if Sem's trying to rock. Sem's actually probably gonna be working that night, right? You guys usually do Wrestling Observer Live on at least the pre-show. You're talking through the pre-show, right?
Yeah, the pre-show we'll do at 6 to 7. So but then I got my regular job after that. So it's like I gotta get a couple hours of sleep and then go
gang banging.
So
gang banging.
Sem's out in these streets.
No big B's. Don't you throw no big B's, Drip?
Yeah, you got to chill out, Drip. We got to get to some of these questions though. Shouts out to the people, and I know
we ain't finished.
Shut the fuck up. All right, we have some questions. All right.
Where to be?
And also some of these aren't too crazy. Like let's Dre. Do you have these, fam? Or I'm just gonna read these off. Fammy, there you go. Dre on Twitter asks, when y'all gonna get the media credentials to go to the major pay-per-views? Drip was online saying he's working on it.
For Mad Men.
When
he gave is that like a racial thing? Like
what the multiple fingers up?
Nah, do black dudes get a bird with the thumb on it, or do niggas just be like?
I just feel like this looks like it's the regular, like the Stone Cold.
This is that Eminem shit. I just do this. These. Fuck you, mom. That's that Eminem shit. You know what I'm saying? What is that? He went like this.
He held
his
finger.
He held this shit.
Fuck you.
This shit like this. He got it.
I don't know if there's any major pro wrestling federation that's going to give us media credentials right now for a major pay-per-view.
Don't think too soon. We.
Hey,
well,
I got to show up and fight Cash Wheeler. That's how I'll get credentials. See?
We got
oh man, Jesus Christ!
What is it with Cash?
What is it? What is it, Drip? What's the problem?
What, Cash Wheeler?
Cash, holla at this man right here.
Again, the FTR, they're overrated. They're hypocrites. They're boring. Everything about them.
Damn, you really serious about that shit?
This man said they don't do flips. What do you do? He did flips. No offense, Mike. He did flips for fucking star ratings. That's what he did.
No, I don't think that's why he did the flip.
He did it. Yeah.
I don't think that's why he did the flip. But I'm gonna let you get your shit off.
Drip hates FTR the way people think we hate Undisputed Era, and I think that's amazing. Let's go. I don't give a fuck about him. It's a difference. Next question, please, brother fam. J-Bo on Twitter asked, what's your least favorite type of gimmick? Whether it's a match type, character, etc.
Lumberjack match. I hate lumberjack match.
I can see that.
Lumberjack matches should be better. I'll say that. They should emphasize like the guys on the outside more in terms of like beating them up more often than like throwing them back in. So I can see why Cam gets that, but
Dre, don't be asking those type of questions, yo. You better calm down, Dre.
Well, obviously yesterday they had the blindfold match, right? I think that's ridiculous.
That makes no sense.
At the time, he got squirted in the eyes with arrogance.
Okay.
Relax.
I know that's going on in Baltimore in a couple weeks, but just chill.
Wow. Good job, Drip.
That's good.
Good job, Drip.
That's good.
I think I personally hate the Triple H no DQ WrestleMania match. That's the most.
What do you mean? That's just how Triple H wrestles.
Yeah, and guess what? Let me be quick. Let me be so clear with you. Triple H matches are the least favorite things. Like I don't give a shit about this. Like the match where, because it's all. This is what happens. Triple H he's the cerebral assassin, so he starts fucking with somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And they get pissed off and they start fucking with him, right? Because this is literally what happened with that one Randy Orton shit where he started attacking. They started fighting each other in the fucking pool or whatever. And then it has to be, oh shit, Triple H is so mad. It's going to be a no DQ, no count. Literally so this man can walk down to the ring with the fucking sledgehammer and put on a 35-minute match where they're fucking tired 15 minutes in. There's 15 people running out the whole fucking match just so Triple H can win and do this shit. Come on. When's the last time you enjoyed it? When's the last time you enjoyed a Triple H match? I'm not talking about be like, yo, that was a good match. But like, when did you actually enjoy a Triple H match last?
Never.
Chris went Ben Wise and killed his family at that time.
I'm out of here.
No, you're right though. No. The thing is, he's right. It's
timeline wise, I'm correct about that. Maybe I could have phrased it a little differently, but
I think you're fine. I think you're fine. At the end of the day, these are all facts. I mean,
I want to get our show canceled.
It's fine. No, it's fine because, again, these things happen. Sadly, tragic.
Sweatshirt stays on right now. I send it back.
I'm not tripping. I'm not. Triple H no DQ matches the worst.
Yo, last man standing matches.
Really?
I hate them. I
feel you.
Character wise, just off the like feuding partners.
Oh,
yeah.
Bailey and Sasha were doing their best shit, and it's just that's what they do. When you know shit is going too good, that's when they go fuck it all up. Look what they're doing with Sheamus and Drew. That's actually one of the better things that's taking place on Raw, and there's not much, but it's like it's subtle enough. They've got Sheamus in the mix where it's like you don't really know if he's a good guy or a bad guy anyway because he's fighting everybody.
Right.
And it's like at some point that whatever that sword he gave him, he's going to beat Drew in the back of the head with it. So it's like they're playing that real well, but it's like nobody's ever friends on these shows ever.
That's actually really good because, Famous, you could bring up the next question. So the Son of Mars, who I believe recently joined Public Enemy, shouts out to him. Yeah, he said, New Jack with the Wolverine claw versus Drew McIntyre with the sword that Sheamus gave him on Monday. Who's walking out alive?
I'm going with Andre.
The giant Andre.
New Jack with that claw.
New Jack with nothing.
Yeah, I was just saying, New Jack with nothing is like
all he need. All he need is a long pinky foot, huh?
But I've seen him stab a man before. I've seen.
There you go.
No, he needs that powder. Give New Jack. Give New Jack a couple of lines and the Wolverine claw. Throw that motherfucker in the Middle East. He's taking out whoever we not fucking with. Watch. He might have superpowers.
You don't like?
I mean, we've seen that forehead. I mean,
Battle Royals.
Facts. I don't know, Jay, but I don't know what's wrong with. I like Battle Royals.
Yeah, I like Battle Royals too.
Yeah.
That especially when we're talking about gimmicks, I think that's one of the better. I enjoy those matches more.
It's funny you say that. Like I just remember one of the last things we did, and I think we've mentioned this before everything got locked down, was that free Ring of Honor show.
Right.
On the way home, I think I was listening to Hennessy V on the way home after Free Enterprises.
Simpson, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hennessy, you don't know what. Hennessy got that birthday cake going.
No, that was a minute ago. That was like 8 months ago.
That birthday cake going.
The number one contenders was that it? Was that the Battle Royal? Was that for ROH? They determined a number one contender with the Battle Royal.
What the fuck was that for?
Nah, I thought the chick won. Did the chick win?
Nah, she didn't. Man Eater didn't win. Drip, who won that? Man,
Drip, go back ROH February, March. I don't remember what show that was.
Kenny King was with shit. I can't remember who Kenny King was last with.
We old. J-Bo said New Jack gonna sneak Drew with the taser. Facts.
Did they make Kenny King? He was with Lawson Gobernalis or something like that. Did they put him with like Roosh and all them?
Probably. I never saw that show.
He was with. Fuck, who the fuck was Kenny King with?
I don't know. I remember Hamburger and them came. I mean, Cheeseburger and them came out that night.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Hamburger. that wait. All right. Comedy was so crazy in the 90s.
There was a nigga,
There was a nigga with a 10-gallon hat would walk out on because he didn't want to cuss, so he would just say hamburger. My son there was like 2 months I was saying that shit all the time. My son hated me. He's like, you always walk around, Dad, saying hamburger. Hey, I was like, nigga, shut up. Get your little ass down. Hamburger.
Hey man, who y'all got? Perk Angle or Meth Hardy?
Meth Hardy.
Perk Angle is unstoppable. No.
Perk Angle will do. He'll be unstoppable till he fucking breaks his neck, and Meth Hardy will just.
No, he snaps that shit back like he's fucking Wolverine.
And then you saw the way he was walking down them fucking steps when he was with the Shield, right?
Yo, like it was ill because that nigga whole time when he turned to talk to you,
he did the Batman.
Yeah, 100%.
Flip Gordon won that battle royal.
Who?
Flip Gordon.
Flip Gordon
did win. That's right. Didn't he eliminate Kenny King?
It doesn't show who he eliminated, but Kenny King was participating.
Where is Hamburger? Hold up. Hamburger comedian. I want to know where Hamburger is too.
Yo, rock old as shit.
Hamburger Jones. Alonzo Hamburger Jones.
That's exactly, yo.
Alonzo.
How I describe how rock car smelled on a Friday night? That is how a hamburger car smell right there. Hamburger.
His Wikipedia don't say much.
We got left.
This shit. They said despite. I guess it was a minute since he'd been on TV. As of May 2019, Hamburger was still on tour. So maybe COVID fucked his game up, but Alonzo Hamburger Jones probably still out there making jokes somehow. Let's get the last Twitter question.
Oh my God, Alonzo, you got the Rona. Hamburger.
Hamburger, baby.
What are you voting for? Hamburger.
Shouts out McCurdy. Shouts out the UK Massive out there. McCurdy asked, we've not talked a lot about this, but he asked, what would you like to see from the Vince documentary that's coming soon? That's is that the Netflix one?
I think is that what's the name of them doing it, right?
Yeah, Bill Simmons and them, yeah.
And yeah.
What would I like to see from Vince?
Truth.
Facts. That's the problem. Is I think you're only going to get so much. I would like to see a real conversation about Bret Hart punching him in the face after the Montreal screw job.
And I bet you they have that. I wonder how much he cries, because that's going to be they're going to do the humanization of Vince. It's not going to be some heavy shit. Is he really going to talk about how bad his father or whoever it was, stepfather fucked him up, before he moved back home again? How much heavy are they going to get into that? Or is it going to be, this is why I love Dr. Jerry Graham and I got my head, hair blonde and all that, just all the stupid shit. But just played up and, with a Bill Simmons shiny little, lens on it.
Facts. I don't know how he, if they don't talk about, whoa, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. I think Dre, how Vince really feels.
I would maybe want to see something about him and Shane, maybe
their relationship.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's stuff like the trial, him using steroids, I
don't give a fuck if Vince will use steroids. It's the other niggas I'm worried about.
No,
I think
he admitted all these years later now, and all that. But I mean, seeing if they have footage of him and Shane, or if he is open about how he views Shane again, would he ever pass it down to him or why didn't he pass it down to him? You know, something.
He got Triple H.
Facts. He got a new son. Let's go to the Instagram questions.
You got an Instagram question?
We got a couple. This one, some of these are real quick. At the Richard X Woke asked, because I put a picture of Manute Swole with the question. So they asked, "Is this Negro the new Virgil?" Well, they didn't ask. They just put an exclamation point. Maybe. Damn. If Manute Swole walks out with the fucking barbershop trunks on, that's going to be a problem. I wonder how much coke. Who? Vince?
Yeah, that's what I want to know as well. But
still,
he's not going to answer that.
Nah, he's not doing coke no more.
His heart's going to blow up if he's doing coke right now.
He's not doing coke now.
Yeah, I don't know if Manute Swole's the new Virgil. Maybe. Let's go to the next question. This is going to be an easy one too. At Bobby's_world asks, which black wrestlers from the indies would you like to see the AEW sign? Yeah, give an answer, because I got an answer and I don't.
My problem is it would have to be somebody that we think is going to use them as a stepping stone, because we don't want them to stay there.
That's a good point.
Because none of their divisions is doing anything for the wrestler at this point. All their wrestlers that are names are doing stuff for their divisions. You know what? What's his name? JTG still on the indies, man. Let him go down there. He already got it.
Wow.
Yeah, let him
could he be? He couldn't be JTG in AEW, could he?
Maybe he'll be JTG spelled out like James Todd,
or just JAYTEEGE.
Todd Griffin.
Chris Brown said none, and that was my immediate thought, because I don't know if I want them to sign a black person just to keep them on the YouTube show all the time. But yeah, see, they don't push black people like that, so it's hard to
avoid on that.
Who? That
guy, do something with him first.
Facts.
I mean, he's right there. Like
he is right there.
Right there.
They don't. He's the AEW Dark Champion, no? Do they have a belt for being on AEW Dark all the time?
Yes, the Dark Meat Championship.
The Dark
fried thigh, huh? You ready?
Thanksgiving is around the corner.
You walk in the ring with a bucket and some biscuits.
Let's go to the next question. At the Duncan Solar, who again he hit us with the question about unionization last week. He asked, "What are your thoughts on Booker T as of late?" Fuck him. Is that bad? Is that bad to say?
Booker took himself off the Rushmore.
Book is, and I'll reiterate, because I'm sure Duncan wouldn't have asked if he had seen the episode a couple weeks back. Right. Booker has been thriving in his role as a gatekeeper, and he wants people to know that he's the guy that helped them get there. So that's about it.
Shouts out to Booker T being a branch manager.
Duncan.
That's funny. That's actually funny.
What do you think, Sempervive? What are you thinking of Booker HT?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Booker and Mark Henry, and it's a generation. One, it's a generational thing. I think it's a where you're at thing. I think it's just Booker likes being Booker. I mean, that's one thing for sure, and he likes that. You know, the shine that he gets, and he likes. I don't want to say fucking with people, but he does kind of like on shows and stuff like that. He puts himself, Booker's here, you know, Booker's going to be in the mix. And I mean, there's something about that I like, because, I mean, he when he did that in TNA and he just took the show over and didn't give a fuck. And, I mean, it was the best part of the show, him and Kevin Nash, and him just being batshit insane, doing whatever he wanted to do. But
the nigga did, he did call his own match.
Yes. But it's how he picks and chooses now, and how he relates to young people. And Leo Rush was one with Mark Henry, and a lot. And like there's always perspectives, you know, different people's perspectives. But it's like the relation with today's wrestler and the understanding of what these people and how they're built, and it is different than what it was. And they didn't come up like you, and there's good, because that was the whole point of you doing what you were doing was to open the door. But you also don't have to remind us that, like, yeah, you open the door all the time. Nobody did that to you constantly. And if they did, you should know how much it sucked.
Facts.
So you don't have to be the show all the time. But, you know, again, that's my thing with him. And I think it's just he also knows where his bread is buttered, and it's good bread. So, like, you know, do you really, you know what I mean? And it's just, again, there's an old school part of it, and there's just it's a generational thing. That's how I look at it a lot of times, especially Booker and Mark Henry and some of the cats like that.
Facts. No, I respect that. That's definitely aligned on that, I'd say. I guess we'll go to the final question this week. Von Zarelli, shouts out to Von. How long till they give the Hurt Business them tag titles, and are they the Black Four Horsemen?
Can I say this one? Can I say this one?
Yeah.
They are more so a Black Evolution than they are a Black Horseman.
Facts.
You notice the generations. But I think before the next around the next majors when they'll get it, maybe in January at the Rumble, whenever that may be.
Yeah.
It was that in Tampa now, right?
I believe
Tropicana Field.
They'll be in Tampa until at least WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know what the Tropicana look like. Is the arena going to look different?
Yeah,
it's bigger.
It's so they're like the Thunderdome screens are going to look crazier.
It's a baseball stadium.
It's a baseball.
Do you build do you just have what you have and then you put it inside of there where you really don't show off how big the building is?
Right.
You know, I don't know how they're going to play that yet, but yeah, I mean, the one thing is they put a lot of work into all that shit that set that they had, so I can see them. I mean, what's the point of having a baseball stadium? I mean, what can you really do with it besides make a big echo? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
The light show would be great, but once you saw it, I mean, you know, unless it's going to be WrestleMania, if they do that at like Raymond James, which they'll probably do again, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Or doing it, I guess not again, but actually doing it there with a limited audience or something like that. That's when I would put on the big show like that.
That's the interest, because I mean, basketball's coming back soon, right? It's in a couple weeks.
Christmas.
So it's about a month. And some arenas are going to have fans, right? Like not all, but I heard that they're going to whichever states will allow it, they'll have some people in there.
Yep. Wherever that is, I won't be there.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think someone's going to test positive and they're going to have to postpone it. I think it's not going to happen. The season won't start on December 22nd.
So we won't get to see LaMelo Ball balling, because I think LaMelo Ball getting drafted. You think he's going? Will he be able to like? Like I can't doubt LaMelo, because LaMelo Ball was balling, right? Like he was. What?
What are you trying to say? This sounds still like you're speaking in your.
Why did his dad slide into the ring like that?
That's what I'm saying. Like he took his shirt off, right? And he was doing like Bruce Lee shit, like, and it wasn't like he was facing The Rock. It was he could have beat The Miz right then and there. I'm saying though, he was doing the fucking electric boogaloo shit with his shirt off in the ring.
No, run that back.
Yeah, run it back. What number was he in the draft?
Third.
He was the third round draft pick in the 2020 NBA draft. He wanted his dad.
All right, so what we're gonna do? All right, we're gonna have three Americans here. We're gonna come in. Take your shirt off.
Here. I'm getting out of
here.
I'm gone. Fuck his shit. I'm out of here. Fuck this whole show.
Just go into business for yourself.
The fact that aired on national television and they edited it out eventually, but they didn't. There was no dump button. He said "nigga" twice on USA.
Man said it, and they never edited it.
But this is different. Vince is going to say, God damn it, this was a comedy sketch. They didn't. Whoever was controlling the audio.
They invited our ball and they didn't think that was a comedy sketch. Come on.
No, fuck that though. They didn't think to turn off because Lamel. This was what? How many? Dean Ambrose was still there. This was like 3 years ago. 2 years. They didn't think that this little black boy was going to say anything. He grabbed that mic and was looking at his. That mic was not supposed to be on.
My black wrestler.
Wait. Before we get into the black rastas, if you listened last week, we gave Drip a homework assignment. He mentioned that he'd never watched Menace to Society before. So I told him, I made sure. I was like, yo, you better watch this. I'm not saying it's going to be a test, but we need to. I want to know that you watched this movie. And when Drip said A, I watched it, and B, he said I have a pro wrestling analogy.
Yeah, I need to hear this shit.
So I don't want to get too deep into it, but Drip, talk to me about how you have the world of pro wrestling relating to the classic Hughes Brothers film Menace to Society.
Okay, so I thought.
Down. Help.
And he had the Nike.
Drip, don't use the N-word.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so obviously it starts out.
Why ain't just eat it cold?
It starts out with probably like the most violent.
You know how bad I wanted to steal that route, by the way, for Observer Live, and I'll never be able to do it.
Motherfucker.
Damn.
So you said it started out mad violent?
It starts out with the most violent scene a movie's ever started out with. I think one of the most. And then, so it made me think after, like, it's. So I thought about Boys in the Hood, which I haven't seen in a while, but I've been thinking watching lately. And I kind of like, I think Boys in the Hood is like WWF kind of around Attitude Era, and Menace to Society is like ECW. I think Menace to Society is more violent, not as well put together.
Wow.
Has some good moments. I think Boys in the Hood is better than Menace to Society, as I would say, because
it won an Oscar.
I think John Singleton is a better creator than the Hughes brothers. You saw what the Hughes brothers would later go on to do, and similar to Paul Heyman. After their
wait. Did you see what John Poetic Justice wasn't that long after Boys in the Hood?
You gonna die.
It's facts.
He did Baby Boy, and then he became a blockbuster director. He did Too Fast, Too Furious. You know,
he did do Baby Boy.
Yeah,
Baby Boy wasn't good.
Baby Boy, you could watch that on BET right now.
Hold on, I was about to say Baby Boy wasn't good then. I enjoy Baby Boy for being awful now.
Anyway, it's one of those things where it's a bad film, but it is still iconic.
It's different awful than Fat Beach.
It's horrible.
Fat Beach.
But just like
Fat Beach.
Shout out to the homeboy Apostrophe, who is a huge Brian Hooks fan. Nobody is a Brian Hooks fan.
Fat Beach is your homework for next week.
Have you seen Fat Beach?
Have you ever seen Fat Beach?
He said, what is that?
Yeah.
PHAT.
Yeah, PHAT.
Just so we're clear. Because Fat Beach sounds crazy. You ever heard of that? There's this thing that came. It's actually up for awards. It's called Crip Camp. It's a documentary.
You better not throw up.
No. It's a documentary about like disabled people.
Yes, you've been talking about this.
I'm out of here.
It's called Crip Camp.
I know, but you keep bringing it up.
Yep, I'm out.
Because it's called Crip. What do you mean? It's called Crip Camp?
Get me out of here.
Can you do that?
Anyway, I had that comparison in my head after, because there are times where Miss Society's like it's extremely violent. Like I said, it's not. It kind of dips in and out, but it has powerful stuff. Like when he visits him in the prison, when he visits him, like.
Did you cry?
Did you cry?
I almost did. It's a really.
The hunt is on.
Wait, drip. If
because he tells him like you were my dad.
Wait.
And he's like,
Wait, so let me ask you a question, Drip. All right, you in this scenario, you and Math are like real close, right? Like Math is your OG, right?
That's what he.
Wait, no, I'm asking you a question. Math gets locked up. Math.
Fuck you, I gotta be the OG.
Shut up, Math. You in jail right now. You killed the motherfucker. You in jail. And while Math was in jail, you got to be really close with Math's better half.
Who, brother fam?
No. Would you smash Math's significant other? Because that's the shit that always killed me. Is that he went to go visit this man in jail and couldn't say, "Hey, just so you know, I'm creeping on your old lady."
But he knows that's the point. Is that he already knows.
He had, but because he's in there for life. But I'm asking, would you do that?
I've seen Zoe.
Are we gonna do this every week where like we give Davis Negro homework? Like
maybe.
You gotta watch Bounce TV for an hour.
Facts. Bounce TV. Shouts out Bounce TV.
You gotta go to Murray's before you watch it.
On that note, Semp, as you know, every week we always give our shouts out to Black Wrestlers, and we always have to designate our Black Wrestler of the Week. So, Mike Sempervive, do you have a Black Wrestler of the Week?
What the hell took place on some of these shows this
Facts.
week?
Yeah, with black people, no less.
Let's see. You know what? God damn it.
Let's go.
Brandi.
Oh my god!
I'm with it.
I cannot believe this.
I'm with it. I love it. I love it. Let's go. I mean,
hey.
Why not? No, why not?
Way to take that chair slam.
Entertainment this week. Just her being her, and then her reaction being tapped on the whole thing.
Let's go.
Damn it, Brandi, you win this time. God damn it.
2 thumbs up. I'm with it. Who you got, fam?
You know what? I'm gonna go AR Fox. He was.
You've been talking AR Fox all week.
Because so Leon Ruff last week, he big upped AR Fox on the bump live on TV, and they actually discussed AR Fox and him in what's the promotion that they showed? Evolve. They talked about them two. So I'm gonna go AR Fox.
Math is so pissed. Math is like all the work I put in to find you. I love it.
AR Fox.
I love it.
He's
you got, man?
He's getting his flowers now.
Will Hobbs. Shouts out to him. Is he about to be a save? Is he's about to be a thing on AEW, or is he going to be the AEW Dark Champ in 2021?
No. I'm gonna go with no, Cal, for 500.
This motherfucker's like $2, Bob.
At some point, JR is going to call him Chocolatey. At some point on the show.
Oh my god,
Chocolatey Will Hobbs. Yeah,
Willie. No, Willie.
So that's what he said.
Willie Hobbs.
Oh,
Willie Hobbs.
Yo, the Chocolatey Willie is crazy.
That is not the title of this week's episode. I know that much. Drip, you got a Black Wrestler of the Week?
Yeah, I'm picking Top Flight because I found out they're from Minneapolis.
This guy.
Yeah, shout out to Top Flight.
And they wrestled the Young Bucks.
Shit, the Rascals.
So they're done with Impact, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know when
was their last?
When
they're gonna show up to NXT?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do we know when they're gonna be touching down?
Speculation at this point.
No.
Probably the Rumble.
I'm gonna give my Black Wrestler of the Week to Shelton Benjamin for the simple fact that I really liked that move in the match when who was it? Was it Kofi? I think Kofi was on the ring apron. Shelton said, "Bet." He ran from the one side and he did that jump, put the left leg on the second rope and bash that motherfucker with the knee with the right. I don't know. Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, they missed his time, man.
What he was great. He's always been great, and I'm glad. In all seriousnity, Shelton is great, and I mean he did work. I mean, Sem probably knows more than anybody because he spent a while
in Japan.
Overseas. He was in Japan for a minute, and I mean I think
He and Charlie Haas stayed together for a while. I mean,
Right.
it was like he's really great. Now he's another one who sometimes he says shit, but it's again this kid from South Carolina and like a real wrestler, and like he's just wired differently. He's wired like Brock is. He's a different dude than a lot of the kids come up. He's got a short fucking trigger too. That's the one thing too is like he can be like short, and it's like he's great. And in his role right now, just don't let him talk. That's it's like MVP should do all the talking for everybody because he's fantastic, and that's why Bobby's they haven't fucked Bobby up because he lost to Drew, but they're keeping him. That's the one they're keeping him safe, you know, for right now until they can
away from that man with the chisel.
Facts.
Say what?
You got to keep him away with that man with that chisel.
Facts.
You're
not wrong. You're not wrong.
The fuck out of his. Hey, before we get out. I know J-Bo is in here, Simp. Can you give us anybody from New Japan that we should check out that we could keep our eyes out?
You gotta cut Drip's mic. You gotta cut Drip's mic at some point. Jay White.
Besides Jay White, but I mean, right now, Hiromu. Well, we'll see what happens. How much? It's a referendum on Will Ospreay. Like, because I like Will Ospreay and everything. Some people love Dave. Some people love him, and there are people in Japan that think he is what Balor was, what Omega was, what Styles was. Like, he's that dude. Like, I don't see it as much, but like he's the one where if you like him in that style, the group's a little wonky right now.
Christy Yamaguchi type shit.
It's like they might actually have some shit with him. So that's probably the guy to watch. Other than the dudes who are already there, who are all great. Evil ain't that dude. No, fuck that.
Shouts out Zero, but yeah. Jeff Cobb. I don't know who these people are.
Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb. And Cobb's with Ospreay now. So we'll see. He just turned. So we'll see how that goes.
I promise I signed up for a New Japan World, and I spent 2 weekends watching old shit, and I've not watched anything since.
Well, do you remember a dude? What the fuck was his CJ? What was CJ Parker in NXT?
Yep, Juice Robinson.
Yeah.
And that's Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson is. He's got this weird fucking male stripper Blues Brothers outfit that he's fucking wearing now.
Didn't he have dreadlocks?
Yeah, he has the weirdest gimmicks year after year. He picks the weird outfits.
But they kind of put him in a position where he matched up with Tanahashi. He had a really good G1. So it's they could do something with him if you were gonna beat Moxley with somebody, to take the U.S. title, who's an American. That would probably be the dude because he's one of those dudes who's like Scott Norton and a lot of other people. People here will be like, how the fuck is he such a big star in Japan?
Word.
You know what I mean? People in Japan will be going like, why don't you like this dude?
Facts. All right. Well,
shit. Over the Top. Drip. Have you watched Over the Top?
We're still on. No, I haven't.
Wow.
That's your homework.
Is that his home? There's one black person in that movie, right?
I promise Scott Norton in there.
I was in third grade when that shit
Scott Norton in there?
Yeah, I think he was.
I don't remember.
When he did. He was an arm wrestling champion or whatever.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Yeah.
John, we can't. We got to get out of here. Sam, thank you for coming through. Really appreciate you rocking with us.
Fuck this shit.
Nah.
We got some bars to get off, yo. Is there any something you want to get off your chest you cannot get off in any other platform?
I think I pretty much did that throughout the show. Any more than that, I'm gonna probably say some shit that'll get me beat up or something like that. So no, I better not.
Me too.
Here you go. Wait,
but push it every day.
Facts. Sam, let the people know where they could, if they want to find you on social media or whatever they can find you, please let the people know where they could get at you.
Just at Sempervive on Twitter. That's it. I don't fuck with Facebook. The only reason I have fucking Facebook is for the Mid-Atlantic Championship podcast. Because if you're old like me, or you know somebody who's old, that's talking about old Mid-Atlantic Championship wrestling, starting in '82 and just going on down the line. So
Facts.
I do that, and obviously the show with Brian, Wrestling Observer Live, and all that stuff. So that's it. That's it.
Facts.
I don't have an Instagram. I don't have an OnlyFans, but
respect it. I respect that. Everybody else, where they can find you on social media.
Hey man, IlFam79 on your social media choice, but more importantly, at Where's Buffy every single weekend.
Boom.
I'm not giving none of my socials because I don't want to talk to y'all motherfuckers.
You a lie. You a whole lie.
No, I've talked to enough of y'all motherfuckers on the Black Rasslin Instagram.
You're a liar, is what I'm saying.
I've talked to y'all enough on the Black Rasslin Instagram. I don't want to talk to you.
You lie.
I'm out of here.
Ain't that what the nigga told Obama? Never mind.
Drip, where can they find you?
On Twitter at Davis, aka Drip. Instagram, Davis Colton DC. They call us Madman Pod on Apple, Spotify. So
there you go, plugging this shit.
I'm at Cal on
longtime.com every week. So
hey, guess what though? Guess what?
Hey, his mic.
The site used to be blackwrestling.rock. Do remember. Well, maybe people. We're gonna have to educate y'all at some very soon. Yeah. You guys are gonna understand why I am at Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. RockTheDub.com is the site. I don't even post on it anymore. But guess what? BlackWrestling.com is where you can find anything you want on this podcast. And the Black Rasslin podcast can be found SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you guys get your podcast. We're on Deezer, whatever the fuck that is. You can find the Black Rasslin podcast. Once again, Sem, I don't know what you're talking about. Sem, if you, I don't know what that means. Sep, thank you for coming through. Greatly appreciate it. Again, we're on the road to 200. Y'all better be keeping it locked. We got some special. This was a special episode.
Hey, I don't know. Tell your mother stay out my clubhouse DMs.
This, I don't know. I don't even have a clubhouse yet, but we'll catch y'all next week. Peace. Jesus Christ.
Message.